Hello, and welcome one and all to our latest and greatest game of Ardent Roleplay on our lovely stream. Today, I'm of course joined by the lovely Chris, Michele Emily from Fate's Grip, Jarrod from the GM Chef, and of course, the lovely Matt Brown from Split the Party. We meet, of course, our lovely adventurers traveling and returning back to the town of Trellin after recovering a mysterious artifact from a dungeon in the northern reaches of the mountains. Their patron is a local priestess of the temple goddess who has requested to make quite great haste as they return back with the object in hand. For why they know not. So please join us once more as we adventure into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons, and let's begin our introductions. Matt, would you take us away?
Hey, I'm Matt. I DM and produce over at Split the Party, youtube.com/Split the Party. I am currently playing today Screams at Moon, the variant tiefling, winged tiefling. I forgot my class, cleric.
Cleric, yes. Wonderful. We'll go to Emily.
Oh, gosh.
Tell us who you are. Yes.
Oh, gosh.
On the spot.
I wasn't expecting to be next.
I wasn't expected to be first.
I know. I'm just going to randomly assign people. It's like, you, tell me what your deal is.
Give me your information.
I'll give you my social security number. I'm Emily. I am a player at Fate's Grip. You can find us on Twitter. On Twitch, we stream every Tuesday at 6:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But tonight, I will be playing Ariella Venti, who is just the cutest little bard you've ever met.
I'm always so excited. And then we'll pass over to Michele. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
Yeah, I'm Michele. I am the Dungeon Master for the Fate's Grip. And my character this evening is called Jibdel, a human fighter.
Delightful. We'll pass down to the lovely Chris as well.
Oh dear, how unfortunate. Hello, everybody. Hi, Chris.
Please.
This is my first time playing D&D. I've never played this game before. No idea about the rules. Anyway, let's go off with those lies. Shut up, Jarrod. I can see you laughing at me. That's not helping. Not helping. Help me get the character in. Apparently, we'll be doing role-playing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. I will be playing a goblin. I was going to be called Rogue One, then apparently there's copyright issues with that, so I'm now Rogue Too Short. The goblin Rogue
Too short.
Just in case you didn't get the name. Care of a play, interplay, Rogue, short Rogue. I'm brilliant. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jacob. Stop me.
We love it. We'll be doing some Ardent roleplay today. We're now going to pass over. To the lovely Jarrod as well for their last character introduction. We'll get into this game.
Thank you so much. Yes, my name is Jarrod, also known as the GM Chef. I do mostly Twitch sort of things. Every Thursday we stream Descent into Avernus, playing D&D, and we've just kicked off a Alien roleplay system on Tuesday evenings, which is just as horrific as it sounds, both for the DM, both for the players, or the game mother, as they're called. Got a bunch of guests there from. We have Clint, your community manager from Ardent Roleplay, on there as well, and we also have Brendan from Split the Party, who are joining us, and man, it's good times. So if you want some spooky roleplay, we do that. Otherwise, yeah, I'm on all the socials. I just give D&D advice and help the local community. We run conventions. That's my shtick. Tonight, I'm playing Istrid Tilobran, a fallen Esmar Piladin, who doesn't quite know right from wrong, but he's doing his best anyway.
Well, it should be very exciting for having a fallen paladin, fallen Asmar paladin. Gotta get a comma in there because it's very important. Not fallen paladin; those are scary. little distinct, but it's I love the niche character. All right, well, let's get actually into the game itself. So, you have basically been assigned to collect an object from You have been previously assigned to collect an object from a dungeon in the Northern Mountain Ranges, as I kind of said before, and you are traveling back, obviously, to the town of Charlotte, which I will now show you in the lovely Roll20. This is the little town we have for you guys today. Oh, it's delightful. It's lovely. You've probably been to this town before, and probably is where you kind of like got this quest beforehand and have been around it. Generally speaking, you've got a relative passing knowledge, obviously being adventurers as you are, of this town, but we'll get into the little description of as you approach back from your weary travels up into the northern reaches. So, the town of Trellin is set against the countryside of hardy oak trees. The long roads and pathways that lead you back into the old, aged, stone-capped town give an air of baked goods, rich and earthy mud which treads under your boots as you feel yourself relax into the provincial setting. You have been here before, of course. These buildings and people are not totally unfamiliar to you, but of course, your life as an adventurer has always kept you at an arm's length from these people. They will never know of your adventures save for the bards and their taverns, and likewise, you will not know of the intricacies of their community and lives. Before you find the temple. It is a large stone edifice that is set just to the far kind of eastern section of the town there. You can kind of see it right near the Temple of the Goddess. And I will then also show it to you in the lovely Ardent Roleplay. So if you bring up the temple card, you'll be able to see the actual temple before you as you approach. So, I'll leave you to there.
What does this item like look like? Is it like particularly enticing to all of us, or is it like a?
Would you like me to show you the item? Give you a little tricky show. If you pull up the accursed treasure, you can have a look at what it kind of looks like. So
that's not ominous at all.
No, totally not. It's fine.
Pull out of the cursed item card to look at your definitely not cursed item, friends.
It's accursed, not cursed. It's fine.
A cursed item. I get it.
One single cursed item, not many cursed items. No.
Okay.
It's so green.
It's like it's a nice lovely lime green gem in there. Makes my fingers want to touch it.
Heads off.
It's like chewing on it.
So, what do we do with this thing?
So
it's like a landmine with a gem on it.
So you've been hired by one of the priestesses of the Temple of the Goddess, basically, to retrieve this thing. They gave you the information you needed to go into the dungeon, kill everything that you found in there, as adventurers attempted to do. You did definitely kill everything in there, acquired the object, and have now returned back, basically to get your reward.
Perfect.
Oh, I've forgotten why we came out here. Was it? So we got this item, and then I've forgotten all of your names, and I only really accepted this for the money. So,
Yeah.
What
He's
is
been
your-
drunk most of the time. Screams.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not like this splitting payment agreement that we seem to have.
And that's what's just going to have to be done because we are evenly. And by the way, we've just been traveling for weeks and weeks together, but that's fine. That you
Yes,
don't
yes.
understand that I am Jibdel.
And
It's
sorry.
fine. I forgive you.
Yes. Well, I will continue to look at this very fancy thing.
Yes. I know you have trouble giving up the shinies, but you understand we acquire more shinies to purchase much needed things for surviving and things.
Are you telling me that if we get more shinies, we can afford more peanuts, and that's the exchange of goods and services in this town?
Peanuts can be exchanged for goods and services in this town. They are a form of currency, yes.
Ah,
What?
like nuts. Keep up. Like cashews, except they make butter out of it as well.
Yes.
I'm allergic to cashews.
Feel free to
Then
just keep
perhaps-
going. I'm just gonna keep talking nonsense otherwise. It's all right.
I guess I'm gonna let you keep talking. You are outside the temple, so you're welcome to go in at any time and hand this quest reward in. And be like,
I'm gonna Istrid will take a knee at the bottom step of the temple. Pray a blessing to the goddess. Do we know who the goddess is?
generally, she's just referred to as the goddess. She's not a specific deity, but she represents more of the kind of pantheon of goddesses that exist.
Well,
Generally, good aligned, obviously.
Yes.
I will pay my offering and head on up.
Wonderful. So as you enter into the actual church itself, you are greeted by like a kind of lowly clerk. This is not the one who has given you this kind of quest in the first place, but they're kind of like, "Oh, you've returned. Please, come inside. And they usher you into the actual inside of the actual proper chapel. And I'll also now show you that on the temple card as well. So as you enter in, there's this like large, beautiful, ornate, stained glass window. It's a circular kind of thing, obviously, at the front of this temple. And as she hurries off to go and get back your quest giver, basically, you kind of have a quick moment to kind of look around and see the kind of temple around you. You've potentially been here before, but nonetheless, it is here. It is not. Yeah.
Go on.
It is not long after until you see a woman looking like, if you had a look at the idol card, this, and she enters into the actual room, like with a kind of like quiet look on her face as she approaches all of you. So you,
It appears we're not alone.
you can see her in the actual church there as well.
I mean, technically, we've never been alone because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of us.
Oh, yes. Sometimes I feel alone even though we are traveling together.
I mean, that's
That
just
sounds
a
like
reflection of your own insecurities and no one else.
Oh, yes, I
Yes.
definitely need therapy.
sounds like your problem, not my problem. I don't want to make it my problem, so never mind. Hello there,
Hello.
priestess lady.
You have found it then.
Yes, the landmine, yes.
May I?
Is this the lady we?
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah, is this the lady we?
This is the lady. Yeah, this is her. It's like
Is she like really eager to get it, or is she like nervous, or like what's the vibe we get?
she just seems like worried about it. She did seem, of course, worried when she first kind of gave you this kind of quest to, obviously, you know, get this object. It seems to be relatively important to her
What is
church
this?
and to her
Yes.
organization. Yeah,
What is this object to you?
I can show you if you'd like. It
Okay, well, can you
Requires-
show with me your words and descriptions rather than us giving you a potentially dangerous item?
we of the goddess know of this object's origin. It is a powerful artifact that we believe will help seal away evil.
Yeah.
If they're evil that needs sealing away, I can do this.
Yes.
I have been known to do this sometimes.
Sometimes a heartier thing of glad wrap will also seal it away.
Well, wise in these ways, yes, we know. It's why we ask for your help. If I may, and she kind of like takes like a small step forward and gingerly asks, like, you know, again, to if she could hold the object and like describe kind of the situation, like what it actually does and how it works. Because yeah, she's got a relatively, like, from what you've seen of this woman, she has a very acute knowledge of specifically religious, like, kind of like origins and dogma, specifically to around like the kind of creation of the universe and like how like gods and all that kind of stuff spawned from the kind of cradle of life itself.
I'll like turn to the rest of the party, be like, yes.
Why not?
We can take it.
She does not seem to be armed, so you know we are.
Yep.
She actually has two of them.
Yep.
Oh,
so
that's how the glad broke out of the glad wrap.
she does a quick like snicker as you say that, and she holds like the amulet in her hands, and then like it like she like speaks a quick word. It is in abyssal. She's like, go out there. And as you look at the cursed treasure card, you can have a quick look at it if you like. As it
It goes red. I bet it goes red.
Seems to activate.
Oh god, it's doing
and
things.
Floats. And as that happens, her eyes go a deep and painful darkness. Like a deep and painful
I knew
dark.
this was something.
And the body of the priestess falls to the ground behind you as you see her die. And it's in the church card for all those who would like relevance. As well as replacing her is, if you look to the maiden card, a demonic creature. It's got these white kind of looking veiny wings and flesh kind of underneath a charcoal gray inner exoskeleton. It hisses, grabs the amulet, and then shatters into 1,000 pieces, disappearing before your eyes.
You see, this is why I did not want to give this just straight away to her. She just immediately turned into a demon. See, I've seen this before. It's how my brother got sucked into a pyramid scheme.
Everything has a purpose. We will find out what this is.
James, get your sneaky beaky fingers and check the priestess for monies. We did not get paid.
That's true, you do not. It's you go to like I imagine pilfer the robes of the priestess as you hear an angelic chorus of like this high-pitched like whining divine energy. For those of you who are more familiar with the divine nature of magic, you can kind of like oh dang it,
it smells
planar shift kind of things. And as you look towards the if you look at the temple card again, you can kind of see that light begins to like radiate from the stained glass window as it shatters, and an angel descends through the glass into the area. This kind of huge, like radiating, pulsing, like harmony, like sets the angel kind of in the middle of the room as she looks at all of you with, I'm gonna just say, disappointed mum energy. I'm gonna suggest. Like she's like,
what?
God damn it!
Who's the who else is the paladin? Yeah.
Yes, that is me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just sitting there going,
went straight to him like,
like squinting through the bright light. I'm like, Mom, that's not. Is that you?
Yeah.
It's been so long. Why you come now? You always only come when we disappointed in me.
I said I would pay my tithe next month.
What have you done?
Well, exactly what they asked us to, but more on the lines of, we tried not to.
I am sorry for my own disappointment. You could not have known what was to happen. I only wish that I had gotten here sooner.
So you're saying because you're late, this happened?
So this is your fault. Entirely. We are absolved of blame?
You see that there's like a tear that comes from her eye as she kind of looks down at you all, and the kind of like divine loveliness of herself, like kind of it's like getting a little like hug from mum, like
Yes.
like oh. She looks down to you all and kind of like gets a little bit lower to the ground, and passes a look to each one of you. She gives you like a little wave. Too short. It's like, oh, sorry, rogue too short. Whole name, obviously, you gotta ask that. I need to impress upon you the urgency of acquiring the amulet again.
You don't need to impress us.
I'm not very easily impressed.
Yes. In
And
fact,
when-
we are unimpressed with this priest lady, if anything.
If it makes you feel better, she did not die painfully.
Oh, she is actually dead. You're going to have some paperwork to do in the priesthood is after this as well. HNS is not going to be happy.
She will be
Not-
brought. She will be brought into the folds of the mother, as is her wish, and her
Yes, but
divine
who-
spirit will live on.
Oh,
There is work we must do. Please, I ask that you come with me. She kind of like throws a hand towards like the far corner of the temple room, and there opens a passageway leading down into the depths of the temple.
I'm just saying, this is the second time we followed a celestial being down into a basement. Should we just reconsider where we are in our life choices?
I really apologize for what I did last time. Okay, don't worry. It's fine.
Okay.
Your companion, and he kind of looks to you, Yistrid. So your companion should be able to see whether I am or am not who I say I am. But
Blink the old divine intervention, divine sense.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you get the radiating aura of this is a celestial creature, as well as a passive, like kind of simmering ending of a possession on the the individual kind of on the ground. The priestess who was apparently possessed.
Yeah, not to self, check the possession things. I
Yep,
know it's standard procedure.
Yep. Curiously enough, this is not hollow ground where it should be actually hollow ground. Like, you know, should be able to, like demons, undead, that kind of stuff should be relatively in the kind of context of at least this temple and what you know about it should be relatively hollow. So it is interesting that it is not. She takes you down into a crypt deep below this kind of like area and ushers you down the stairs. You kind of travel through like passageways and crypts, mausoleums, and this sort of thing until you eventually arrive at a pair or like at a crypt with a pair of like large sarcophagi, and in the far corner of the room a pedestal in which sits an item. I'll quickly get that one for you. If you bring up the memorial card, you should be able to have a quick gander and look at the thing.
Ooh.
Sorry. She ushers you in and looks towards the pedestal. These items will help you in acquiring what you need to recover the item. I apologize that it will be no easy task. The item in question is not easily detected by divine magic. In fact, it is unable to be detected by divination magic at all. These artifacts that we have here are gifts to each of you. I apologize that you are not able to be paid for the recovery of the item in the first place, but these artifacts are all I can offer you in recompense for what must be done. If it is not you, then I fear that this place will fall to ruin.
I'll take it.
What do they do?
With these artifacts, you shall be able to discover the location of specific demonic ingredients present in this town. The Order has seen these before, but we needed the amulet to be able to truly curb this incursion before it began. With these items, you'll be able to divine where these are, and there will be a ritual to combine them and banish them, the threat that the amulet poses. I hope you have not sealed the fate of this town by handing those fiends the keys to their release from the hellish realm, but
just remember, you just took all the blame for this, so really it's your fault.
which I accept.
Yes.
And you can see that she's generally relatively upset about the entire situation, but continues nonetheless. If
So
you can...
Sorry, go on.
Please, no, you. No, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No. So at this point, Too Short stops writing notes in his book. He's been writing chapters on the disasters the party have gone through. And it's literally just a litany of disaster after disaster. We've had the paladin starting the encounter, the conversation, which led to just wholesale murder in the dungeon. We tried to talk to them and they died. And now he's just writing how Screams at the Moon is probably going to explode horribly by picking up a cursed magic item. And he's just putting odds down with this. And he's just watching Screams at the Moon very, very carefully. Strangely, 20 foot away from any possible explosion and looking for cover.
Of course.
Are you okay over there, Rogue Too Short?
I'm fine. Screams at the Moon. What screams at you? What do you want to pick up?
Well, I do like the look of this one, and I just pick up just the nearest one to me.
The nearest item. There is only really one item on the pedestal itself.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll pick that up.
Yep. What item do you see on the pedestal?
Is this on the memorial?
Mm-hmm. It's on the memorial card. It's like a little object on the pedestal.
On the pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to zoom in on it. I can't. I don't think I can. I can't really zoom past it, I think.
Let me double check this.
A little checky do for me.
Little checky do.
Yeah, it looks like it's a holder there.
Mm-hmm.
But oh yeah, there it is. Is that is that a blade?
Mm-hmm.
That's a blade.
Yeah.
Pick up the blade.
Yep. You pick up the sword.
Yes.
And you feel it kind of like resonate in your hand as it like kind of clicks into place. And do you wield the sword at all?
I wish to detect magic on the sword.
The sword is in fact magical.
Oh no, as in like, can I cast detect magic?
Yeah, you can cast detect magic if you like.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
10 minutes.
if I'm able to do the ritual version and not use a spell slot, yeah, I would love to do the 10-minute version.
Yep, you may do so. I may like let you do that for 10 minutes as the angel kind of looks at you doing that. Like,
Give me a second. I would be doing this. You have talk amongst yourselves.
Yep.
It's more than a second. It's going to be probably around 10 minutes.
just 5 minutes. Just 2 minutes. No more, no less. It's fine. He looks. The angel looks at Yistid and is like, "Would you like to take an object?" And she kind of like looks to the statue kind of next to the memorial. It's not on the memorial itself. It's the statue next to it.
The one with the shield.
Mm-hmm.
The shield.
Mm-hmm.
It is celestial made, no?
They are all celestially made. They are housed in here for such occasions as these, or for when people of blood and destiny need them. I fear that with this object falling into the hands of these fiends, it will be now or never, I'm afraid.
I'll heft the shield from the statue.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to attune to this item? It does not require the usual attunement requirements of an hour, but you can just basically select to attune to it if you would like.
I will
All right. I will send you a reveal for the poleaxe, just to you, which will tell you some information about the shield that you now possess.
Hey.
And you kind of feel this like overwhelming warmth fill into your veins. And as you do so, you feel a slight tug on the shield. It's more like a magnetic feeling that it's guiding you somewhere. And you've, as a paladin, have felt this kind of guidance before. It's like a feeling that there's a divine purpose that you can kind of sense in the nearby like town, city, or in like, the sense of battle. But this is a bit more quiet but determined. She then passes the gaze to Jibdel.
It looks like it's hammer time. And I'm going to walk up and just take the large blue hammer that's glowing and bubbling in front of me. And with my other warhammer that I possess, I'm going to try and shake it off in my hand, but I can't. And I also can't seem to shake off and let go of my longsword. So I'm going to use the rest of my hands to claw around this other bluish warhammer, and now I have 2 warhammers in one hand. I can't seem to. This warhammer's stuck. Okay, well, I'm just gonna.
They call him Johnny Two Hammers.
I'm now Jibdel Two Hammers.
Jib Two Hammers. Yeah, and again, as the kind of thing, like so in this scenario as well, for the other members of the party, you see him basically pull out of thin air this object. For you guys, you will see different objects, but he pulls this kind of mace into his hands, and kind of as you do so, Jibdel, you feel the same kind of feeling that Yustrid has, that divine rush of your blood and a sense of where you need to go. Just lightly. It's not hard, it's more like a divining rod looking for water, if that makes sense. But something that does pull you in a direction.
Holy moly. Okay.
The angel then rests a look on Too Short as he's like scribbling in his book and thinks for a moment. And from her kind of side pulls a book of her own. It is this kind of like harsh, thunderous looking thing. It's a heavy looking tome. And she extends it to Rogue Too Short and is like, I think of all these individuals, I will hand you this book. This is the Book of Lordly Wrath. It is for those who are powerful in themselves and know how to wield it when is necessary. I hope that you will be able to use this well. And hands you this very lovely book. If you'd like to look at the Keeper card, Chris, you can have a look at what this kind of looks like. And I will give you the details for what it's actually about as well, because we'll get a little bit of information. And finally, Emily, the angel looks to you and kind of gestures to the object that you can see on the statue, on the plinth.
Blue and glowy. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, it is a staff, in fact. You hold it in your hands, and likewise, if you would like to, you may attune to it immediately, and you can get a sense of what actually its deal is.
I'm gonna try and like do a little flip with it and make it look cool, like I'm twirling it.
You do a little flip with it, and it's like one of those, like when you're like seeing when it's really dark and you have like sparklers. It's like it does like a little sparkler after trail. And it's like really nice blue energy aesthetic, and you're like,
yeah, I'm gonna like smack the ground with it at the end and be like, nailed it.
Yep. And I'll give you as well on the Queen card. You'll be able to see what the object does. For the hammer and the sword as well, when Screams at Moon has finished their ritual, you'll be able to see a little bit what the actual object is. I'll get you to do an arcane check on it if you'd like, before you actually properly attune to it. If you, however, like to attune to it, you may, of course, simply do that and know the information that you.
I'll
about the
just
stuff.
attune to it.
Easy done. Easy done. All right. And that is the object that you have then.
Jacob, while my esteemed colleagues are doing things, Rogue is actually the only learned one in the group, so he's going to examine each of the items while they're attuning to it and try and work out something about each of these items.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not going to tell them, but he's just trying to understand some of the natures of it.
Absolutely.
In the background.
Roll me a religion check.
Is it like an Exodia situation?
Combine all your objects together.
Bring all 5 together becomes a man.
Become a transformer. It's a D&D transformer.
Voltron of weaponry.
So the first roll of the night, and it is a natural 4. So
Natural 4.
this is excellent.
You are definitely sure there's some magic afoot here. You would say foot magic of some sort. Yeah.
Okay. Magic book.
Did you say the queen card, by the way?
The queen card, yes, with the little
Okay,
cobalt.
it's not showing me anything. Oh wait, now it is. There we go.
Got him. Just wanted to mess with you a bit.
Oh, thank you.
I know. Yeah. It was the card, not me, I swear. So the angel kind of looks down to the rest of you and with some level of like concern in her eyes, and she's like, if you can find these items that are within this town, these demonic ingredients, to help you find and banish this amulet, I believe that you'll be able to save this town. If you fail, I fear that you will all be doomed. May these items give you strength. Go with kindness, and may friendship be your bond. Unfortunately, I can ask no more and give no more than I already have.
Are you sure you don't have any money?
She kind of like looks around and like, unfortunately, I only have 250.
Yeah.
And she like hands it to you. It's like,
I don't want it.
At least we got something.
kind of like looks down and like really sad. Like, I understand. And like puts back in her like little side pouch. It seems to be platinum, but yeah, or something. But with that, she's like, and each one of you from these items feel a slight tug in the direction. The ingredients she's kind of describing seem to be arcane in nature, but ultimately demonic and possessed presumably by individuals of this town that are associated with these kind of more evil creatures that you might have been led to believe have some kind of maniacal plan afoot. What you do with them ultimately is up to you, but that's basically the start of the game. Go forth, be well.
Right. Is there any alchemists, healing potion shops around?
I have a lot of healing, in fact, if you wish. Do you need some healing right now?
I can heal too.
Yes.
I also have this ability. Do you require it?
2/3 of us, almost.
Just pointing at an old 2 club there and 2 hammers. 1 sword, a hammer, and another hammer. We're going to need more healing. We're going to need a bigger healer.
It's okay. I can also
potions.
literally bring him back from the dead. It's
No,
okay.
you've tried that before, and I ended up with my top row of teeth missing. I prefer not.
But you are still alive, right?
Great. I've talk like this, so no,
It's fine.
no.
I can send you back to hell if you want.
No, you can't. Yeah, you want to fight? Yeah, okay.
Oh, I won't. I'm just saying I won't let you live.
Okay. Oh,
If you
I'm
wanna
gonna be the
fight,
silent interjection.
The angel's looking stressed out, like, oh man.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna push them apart and be like,
Right.
not again, please.
Let them fight. It'll be fun.
We don't have time for this.
We have
Do you not all feel this? Do you not all feel this? This sense of purpose that these items have given us?
No.
There is something pulling your heart. I know it. I can feel it.
I thought
Something pulling your heart.
I thought it was my conscience, and I told it to go away again.
No, when you think you're feeling your conscience, that is what you say, the gas in your belly, because you eat too fast.
Yes, I do love chilies.
Yes. No, this is different.
I'm immune to that fire damage.
The internal stomach damage.
Just as a side note, was I supposed to have a card for the sword? Oh,
Yes, it is the queen card as well.
the queen card.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, we'll grab that.
The hammer is also the queen card, the staff is the queen card, and the sword is the queen card. So it's all the same card.
But I get the book, which is a completely different card.
A completely different card, and so is the shield.
He's got the
And I've
plot
got-
armor
yeah.
card.
I've got the Poleaxe card. Very cool.
Okay, off you go, Paladin. We're right behind you. Literally about 20 foot.
Okay.
I imagine you're doing it with like little coconuts, like, go.
Snickers.
As Rogue Too Short does this, I'm going to pull out my hand drum and just go
Oh,
as we walk.
I'm gonna take a moment to ignore the beautiful rhythmic blessing there. I'll take a knee to the angel and say, I hope everything is going well up there. I am sorry that I must be here. But thank you.
I'll let you know that it is a hot mess right now, and I'm real stressed out, but
It's okay.
I'm doing my best, you know.
You do what
Thank
you
you.
must. And
Go with blessings, please.
you too.
And I think you'll definitely need them.
Oh, I see. All right. Thank you.
See, she sounds
my
like
God.
she's threatening us every time she speaks. It just makes me uneasy.
Yeah, I also don't know if her blessings are better than mine because I can also I can help you guys out if you want some help.
Yes, I gave up my gods a long time ago in favor of a code of conduct, and my powers didn't go away, so it's fine for me.
can we have this conversation away from the angel? Just literally out of earshot. Can we just step outside?
She's not part of my ex-god. It doesn't matter.
We start leaving.
Just
Likewise.
bye.
She seems to stay in the temple, but you head out into the actual city itself. So I'll quickly give you a quick reveal for that one, just so you can see what the actual city looks like. It's in the laneway card, and you decide what you want to do from there.
That was the one on top of the deck.
Got him.
Got him. Laneway.
Got him. Got him.
Okay.
Big one.
Do I/we feel a pulling north, south, east, or westerly?
From where you approximately are, you feel a pull to the west from where you are. I'll
Okay,
bring it back
so-
to the actual town of Trellin map.
Mm,
So there's some important little aspects there. There's the actual town hall. There's the main inn of the town. There's also the brewer district as well. So these are the kind of the main points of the town. There's also kind of like farm area and various other kind of wizard like alchemy shops and that sort of thing. But yeah, the important aspects in that little map. If you'd like, you can utilize a survival test to kind of navigate your way through the streets using the kind of objects as kind of divining rods to
Yeah,
help
I
you
could-
kind of suss
Got a survival.
Yeah, do a survival if you want. It's entirely up to you.
Bloody survival check. Oh yeah, it's not great. That's a 9.
Yep. You're like, it's definitely to the west, but
think
exactly where?
Everything is to the west.
Yes, it's to the west, and I think it might be further west than we thought.
Double west.
Mm.
Double west even. You go west squared. I know we're in the town square right now, but if you go west further, maybe there's another square we can come across.
Pi times west. Yeah.
It's 3.14 west,
Okay.
etc.
Let's go west. Perhaps we just head off into the streets for a little while.
Can I keep an eye out for anyone sus?
Anyone sus? Absolutely. Do me a perception test. You can kind of like do a perception test for like looking more for sus characters and individuals as you kind of roll on through this town.
That was awful.
Nothing
It was-
above a...
Sorry, I forgot I'm a bard, so it's a +7. It's a 10.
That's a 10. You don't tend to see too many people sketchy. Here in this town, it's a relatively like provincial place. It's a very kind of like kind of halfway town. It does a lot of like couriering from like kind of main city to main city. So it's not too much of a like hub of say like livestock or farming or anything like that. It does have a bit of this, obviously, just kind of to maintain its own kind of means, but much more what it does is like travel goods in and out of the place. So it kind of gets a little bit more culture in that kind of way, but the people themselves are relatively mundane. They live very simple lives. They kind of are truckers effectively of the fantasy setting.
Being that we've experienced this town a little bit, is there anyone that like the town collectively hates?
Well, the town collectively hates?
Yeah.
There are town drunks, but no one really that anyone hates. Like there's not really like a criminal underbelly of this place. Like there's like like the quote unquote evil wizard is not really per se like a trope in this particular town. There is an alchemist shop. The alchemist shop is a bit how you going? The grog shop tends to kind of like have some less than reputable like kind of stories around it, just because it's where people get quite intoxicated, as opposed to, of course, the tavern, in which like a lot more of the in travelers kind of coming through who might be a little more roughneck are more likely to kind of be like center point to anyone like drama or news or rumors of the town at the time.
What time of day is it?
It's probably about, I would say, midday, because you would have been traveling for a few days, kind of down from the mountains, woken up, kind of traveled to town, like took your time, kind of doing so, because kind of going to do it. So it would be about midday or so, right about now, or lunch.
Okay.
Have we got a bearing? I know west is what I thought, but we seem hesitant.
I might try and glean a sense of direction from this gut feeling. Do you want a survival, or can we do like an insight or something?
You have this. In fact, I think you have this so good. Can I cast guidance as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You can cast guidance like, may the shield be your guide. So you can use insight or survival for this particular role.
And then you get a bonus D4 for guidance.
Superb. That is going to be a grand total of 22.
22. All right.
Yeah.
So you feel yourself being pulled a little bit, and you follow this kind of pull, and you do a good job of guiding your way through these streets, through the people who live in them, through the individuals as they kind of pass by, carrying crates, moving boxes in and out of kind of storehouses and that sort of thing, until you eventually arrive at the actual tavern itself. The tavern known as, of course, the Roasted Crow Inn. And it looks exactly like this. Wow, look at that. Okay, how do we plan this to be?
Wow.
If you have a look at the Market Square card, you can have a quick look at what the actual tavern from the outside looks like. And you feel this kind of like pull to go inside, like what you're looking for or who you're looking for is in there somewhere.
Market Square.
Market Square.
I'm going to immediately stealth and try and climb up that steep, one of the sides of the steep roof, and try and get a glean from inside one of those windows just to see what I'm looking at.
So wait, who exactly was that? I missed who was speaking.
Jibdell, apologies.
Jibdell. Yeah, that's all right, that's all good. So Jibdell, you may look actually inside, and if you look on the card again, you can actually see inside.
So I'm happy. You're happy for me just to climb up onto the first.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like you can just have a literal look inside the place. It shouldn't require any like special roll per se. It's just kind of you're peeking on through first.
You'll see.
Have a quick look as to just see if anyone at those tables look a little bit suspicious looking.
Now that's an insight roll, please.
Oh yes.
First roll of the night. It's going to be sub 10 from what I've seen from the rest of the party this far.
In fact, that's an 18.
Damn it. Darn it.
And
All
I'm
right,
going
that's
to whisper what I find to the folk, my parties below me. Whisper, hiss at them what I see.
So you see like this individual at the very far corner of the room. You have a quick reveal in Ardent there as well, which is some text there for you. And this is an individual who you feel is... There's a certain wallowing sensation you feel from this individual. Something about them is drawn out or tired, or that kind of sense of lethargicness to them that like the other individuals in the tavern don't seem to quite possess in the same manner.
I'm going to hiss down towards them. I'm going to say, okay. The plates on the table of this gentleman in the corner, and I'll point to that corner next to the fireplace. Now, he looks very suspicious, and he looks like he is, I would imagine, our quarry. Tread carefully and only approach where necessary. And I'm just going to slide back down the roof and try and land safely on the ground.
I'll also give you a reveal for the guild leader card, which is this NPC in particular that you're looking at. How does the party respond?
So it's the middle of the day. Our fighters decided to randomly climb up the side of an inn and look into the inn. The rest of us, I'm kind of just standing there, just looking next to Ariel at this point in time. And it's like, job security seems to have gone. It's just I have one job in this party, and he buggers off and climbs up walls and has a look in. I might as well leap in and start stabbing people. Oh, I'm a fighter. Stabby. I mean, what's the point of this thing? Wasn't this the hanging ram last time? These taverns all look the same to me after a while. Go next to the pet shop.
You have something you need to
in.
I'm going to start petting him on the head and just say, there.
Sometimes we all have bad days.
Still very important.
Yes.
It's more of a hammer more than a stabby, but...
Yes. And sometimes we'll get you do the stabby instead, okay? You can do this, and then you can do that.
You know what you can do that he can't? You can sneaky stabby.
You can also complain much more than he can, so that's where your strengths lie.
Yeah. I think this is where we need to be the stoic paladin and just look at him and let him send him first to be stabbed by the person there, because I haven't got any healing potions. Back to the healing piece.
We could send you in.
As you guys are like discussing that, I just like walk through the group and I like enter into the bar.
Straight into the bar. Yeah. Yep. You go straight into the actual inn inside. It's like quite a lovely little like place. You can kind of see it on the Market Square card there if you like. There are patrons and people drinking. There's food kind of like being kind of served. I'll actually give it to everyone because I'm imagining everyone's going to just rush in now as well. So, yeah.
Yep.
I guess we're going in, team. It's time. But yeah, no, it's a relatively lovely provincial tavern. You kind of feel this kind of this sweet smell of hearty cakes and what smells like a pretty nice stew. Kind of like cooking in the kitchens. Like,
I think we should just be friends with this guy. Like, honestly, we're probably going to get more out of him if we're friends with him.
Don't we have a speak to dead?
Exactly.
And we stopped doing that speak to dead. Is that not the way we're doing these things now? No.
I cannot speak with dead. Not today, anyway.
Do I notice if he is drinking or eating this mysterious figure?
He is doing both. Roll me an insight check, though. As you kind of see when meeting and stuff.
Rogue, if we really need to, we can send you in there to talk to the manager. It sounds like that would be where you excel.
Wonderful. So I'll give you the reveal for... hold on, not that guy. Okay. Different NPC. Where's my other NPC? Oh no, I lost him. There he is. No, that's this one. Yeah, so you kind of like, obviously he's eating quite a lot of food on, like there's quite a decent amount of plates like around him, not per se like things that he's like currently eating now, but you can see there's a few tankards of ale, there's a few plates of food, there's a bit more than you'd imagine a single man would need to eat. And you also got the reveal on the guild leader card as well, which tells you a little bit more about his kind of mental state, which Michele also has. So did anyone want to go to the bar and have a grab a drink and kind of seem nonchalant, or you're just gonna walk straight in and go, that guy?
Well,
I'm gonna lean against the bar.
Yep. All nonchalant.
I'm going to lean against the stool because I'm 3'2", so I'll just kind of nonchalantly and then hop up on the stool, then lean the bar in a kind of mirror image.
I'll grab a drink. Jubtel will go in and hand over a silver or something for a drink.
You can see at this the side of this bar is actually a small sized chair, and it's smaller sized chairs on the far end of the bar.
Oh, they have a children's section.
Mm-hmm. Did Rogue Too Short want to sit there at all?
That's it. Too Short looks at it and sees the heightest approach these bar people have taken and ignores it completely. This is outrageous. Where's the manager?
Yeah, see, I knew you'd be good at this. I knew. Something about it. I called it.
Yeah, you assume that they're the ones sitting at the bar,
Just
is there a barkeep?
Yeah, there's a barkeep. She's the dwarvish lady, dwarvish barkeep.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we this evening?
I am well. Come say, come sa. What can I get you? Are you hungry, or what is the drink you are looking for?
First, I have an appetite for some information, if you have it. And I'll just be rolling a gold coin through my fingers, and I'll just slide it across the bar.
Many people come here looking for information. It depends on the kind of information you want.
Should be an easy one. There's a couple of individuals eating in that corner. Have they been here long?
No, which ones? The ones on the side, the ones on the left over there. And she kind of extends her hand to the gold piece.
Which one's the guy that we've got on the inside now?
The guy in the eye one. The ones who are the further kind of section of the bar. And she's like, yep. Do you hand her the gold piece?
Yeah.
Yep. She takes it and is like, I can tell you a little two things about him. He has been eating quite a great deal of food here. More than
paying for it?
Yeah, been paying for it. He's got money to burn, apparently, but he's a bit of a barfly. He's been here for the last few weeks, moping and being sad. He's on sad sacking himself. Bards come and go, but he does not dance. He sits in his chair. He eats his food. He drinks his drink. Well, that I cannot say. But I do not question a good patron when I see one. I'm more than happy to take his coin if he has it.
Of course. Good business.
But yes, something of interest, I assume, to a paladin. He gives me a bad vibe.
Yes, I was thinking this. Does not keep any company?
No, not that I've seen. He seems to quietly eat and drink and doesn't enjoy much else, it seems. But his coin is good. He's a good tipper as well. One thing I can say.
He's human.
Yeah, he's
appearance.
Yep. To your Eastern's eyes, he seems like a human man. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. A couple of ales for my friends here, please. Wine, if you have it for me, please.
I might have some wine in the back. Let me check. And she kind of wands off.
Do we hear this conversation as well? As Eastrid's there?
I wouldn't have been quiet about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not for the room, but if you guys were around me.
So we said this guy has bad vibes, yes?
I agree.
He has to deal with bad vibes. They can be turned into good vibes. Would you like?
I'm just thinking of ways to. Well, I'm just thinking of ways to pry information out of him, and I can cause small tremors everywhere if you want to pretend you're mad or Rogue Too Short, and make it sound like the whole place will come down.
I have a little bit of magic I can use.
Yeah, so do I. That's what I'm offering.
As anyone who eats that much food is likely to be extremely dangerous. So just take it nice and easy. And I'm just going to pull out both of my maces in one hand and still try and check off that mundane one and my longsword in the other, and just try and hide them behind my back as innocently as I can.
Do me.
I think hiding those. Okay.
No.
Oh no! I. It's not subtle.
No.
You walk up with weapons behind your back. I think they might notice.
Right. We're going to need to do several things here, and none of them are going to end well. So I'm going to investigate this man because that's what I do. That's why I spent like 13 gold on this goddamn magnifying glass, and I'm going to goddamn use it in this one. And you're a paladin, and I'll stop saying gods. Demon. No, that's probably a bad
It's
one.
okay. I don't have a god.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the paladin.
Oh,
God, bloody cats.
I'll take a respectful sort of knee and I'll be like, too short.
You're
Please.
staring at my crotch. I'm on the bar. This is embarrassing. Could you just stand
Too
up?
short. Before you go and do your little like thing that you do. Sorry, I shouldn't have said the word little.
Or short.
Too soon.
I'm going to just touch him on both of his shoulders and just look him like dead in the eye and say, I believe in you. And I'm going to give you one of my bardic inspiration dice.
Yeah.
So you get a D8.
Too short. You're feeling it. You're like,
ooh,
And this weird thing happens. So you get like this tiny little orb that floats around you as well. It's only visible to you.
Oh.
And it is a mote of potential. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
you can either roll an ability check again. I'll send it all to you. It's going to be easier.
Yeah. Basically, if you do one of the three things, it has three different effects, and it's the best. I love this bard.
but good bad energy. So, too short. Do me a stealth check as you get a bit closer. You're going to try and you're going to go up to investigate him, I imagine, or you're going to like...
So the idea was to be slightly more casual. I'm not going to draw weapons. I'm not going to walk up to the bar and start throwing money around. I was going to investigate around and try and get a sense of this individual and the way he's armed and armored, because I am an insightful rogue. And unlike my character, that means I'm quite good at picking things up. Although I did get an observer's badge in Scouts, so that must count for something.
Surely it's got to count for at least something, right?
So I'm desperately trying to use investigation because I've got +8 in it.
All right.
Just saying. Just that's the role-playing bit right there.
Okay, you've activated role-playing
Mode.
Roll me your investigation then.
My investigation. You remember that dice I said I was going to use at the start of the game?
Yeah, the one that fails a lot? Yeah. I'm ready.
5 plus
5
8. 12.
plus 8. Isn't that 13?
That's 13.
That's 13.
Yes.
Yes.
He's doing it. He's cheating.
You're like...
He's cheating to be worse.
Get in the sack. All right. So you investigate this individual and you notice some like aspects of his clothing, demeanor, and his kind of persona. He seems to have at his like side a pouch of gold. It seems to be like a pretty reasonably heavy sack. You estimate it to be about, you'd say about 100 gold pieces, which is a lot of money for a peasant or for a patron of a bar. As well as like a kind of knapsack with like something inside of it as well. His general clothes do not match the amount of gold he possesses. But this is kind of disheveled clothing. They don't seem very wealthy. He doesn't smell particularly like rich or like powerful, like with the perfumes and the scents and like well-washed clothing and all that kind of jazz. His beard relatively haggard. His kind of like hair has been cut in a little bit of time, but what you do notice is that his like gut is obviously a little bit more kind of pronounced, but apart from that, that's the information you get from him.
Okay. So just because we've just seen, possessions, demonic, devilish, that sort of thing. So I'm really trying to pick up on, if we go up and talk to him, is he going to turn into a monster that's going to eat one of us?
You do not suspect this man is a demon.
Okay.
But how to say?
Okay. So 50-50, possibly someone's going to die. Good.
Can I just,
insight.
while all this is happening, can I use my emboldening
13.
bond?
You may. Okay.
It's basically guidance, but it lasts 10 minutes as a class ability. I've got 3 of those a day. So I can only choose 3 people though. Who's currently talking? It's Rogue Too Short, right?
Yeah.
So I choose Rogue Too Short. I choose also choose Jibdell, and then maybe Yistrid.
Right.
Wait, yeah, I think that, yes.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good.
All right.
You all get Yeah, correct, Emily. You got bardic inspiration. Your bardic inspiration. Your bard stuff. You're fine.
I'm actually really cool, so it's your loss.
It's super cool.
For the next 10 minutes, you can add a default D4 to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Damn.
And you can do it once per turn.
Yeah. Matt, you know when I was rolling dice, that would have been really useful at that bit, but
I didn't want to interrupt people with their nice role playing.
Mm-hmm. Never interrupt the nice role play. It's so important.
I'll give it to Emily then. It's fine.
No, it's not just.
Rogue Too Short gets nothing.
Nothing.
You mean nothing except that cool book. You did read what the book does, by the way, Rogue Too Short, yeah?
No, because you said a card and I was too busy writing something rude in chat.
Oh, good. That's fine. It is important to write rude things in chat, but if you'd like to look, it is the Keeper card.
Keeper card. I knew that.
Yeah, the Keeper card.
Yes.
It's important because what the book does is pretty neat. All the items that you guys have gotten are, in my opinion, pretty neat items. Because you obviously didn't start with any magical items to begin with. You get these cool items instead. Wow. How good. How nice for you. But, yeah. All right, so yeah, you've sussed out where his deal is. You don't suspect he's a demon, but
so casually make my way back up to the only sensible one in the party that happens to be the bard, and look at her glowing stick. It's he's and in a loud enough stage whisper for the rest of the party here. He's loaded. He's got a bag of like gold in one pocket. He's desperately suspect. So one of you needs to go and speak to him. And then suss him out. He may be dimmed. But yeah, it should be fine. He may be dimmed. I guess in the fighter in. He's great with words.
I can say hi.
Yeah.
I can say hi if you want.
Well,
Why don't we go together? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That will be intimidating, perhaps.
Too many intimidating.
Maybe
Yes.
No, I
Two
don't
at the
think all
most.
of us.
No, of course. Ariella, choose someone.
No, go together. And I'm going to start playing this tambourine I've got, and they'll think it's some sort of dance thing. It'd be excellent. It'd be like one of these kind of dance-offs.
No, but the barkeep specifically said he does not care for entertainment.
Yeah, but I do. Very important. I have a
I
lady.
understand. Yes, the theatrics, very important. Okay.
So who am I going with?
You go with the fighter.
Yeah, you two go.
Okay, I'm going to go.
You know he has a name, right?
Nope.
No, I'm a fighter.
I
It's
still
fine.
can't
Died
remember
3
any of
times.
your
I keep
names.
forgetting what it is. It screams at moon pitch, keeps putting me off.
like He-Man. It's just He-Man.
Yeah.
That's it. Fighter. So you've got the two kind of weapons in your hands that you're not able to let go of, yeah?
Behind and also behind my back.
Could you do me a quick deception roll as you try to be nonchalant about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty good with deception. I'm pretty good. It's an 11.
I feel that's a lie. All right, so yeah, you go up to it. You got these two.
As I'm looking over, if that's cool, I'm gonna pull out a lipstick and I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna sing under my breath, "Why can't we be friends?" And I'm gonna cast a cantrip friends.
You cast a friends cantrip on him? Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah.
That's fine. All right, let's see if he I think the friends cantrip does indeed succeed.
Oofed.
Fabulous. So
Just
for the
fact that
duration, I have advantage on all charisma checks,
Mhm.
and it only lasts for 1 minute. So after that, it realizes that I cast it.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to, if it's cool, at the 55-second mark, every 55 seconds, I'm just going to, under my breath, sing, "Why can't we be friends?"
Don't they know they've
every
been
time.
friends after they've cast it?
My mistake. Friends you just cast on yourself. It's not like a save you do against friends. You just
No.
I have friends now. You are my friend. And you're my friend. And they're like, wait a minute, you're not my friend at all.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
every
Very
55
nice.
seconds, I'm gonna mutter, why can't we be friends? And click really
Mhm,
quietly.
Done this when I
in-
first met her.
Just try and work it into your conversation. Why can't we be
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, but-
Oh, hang on, man. Why can't we be friends?
It's like a catchphrase in the nice sitcom. Why can't we be friends? Okay. I guess
Yes.
Yep. So you go up to him. You've got your friend behind you with the weapons, and they're like, eye, having a very, very nonchalant, very, very low key. Love it a lot. But yeah, what would I say to him? And do me a persuasion roll.
That is a great amount of food. I'm really impressed. Do you mind if I sit down and I mean, I'm on a diet right now, but if I could smell the food, that would actually be really helpful.
You want to smell my food?
Well, I can't eat it, so yes, it's the next best thing.
And what was your persuasion like?
I'm just doing that at advantage.
Yeah, of course.
And it was a natural 20. Plus 9, so it's 29.
Yeah, you see those hot eyes in his eyes, like, oh, yeah, of course, you can sit here, and your friend can sit here too. Or
he's my best friend, so he actually comes with me everywhere.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm her bodyguard.
Are we friends?
We're all friends, obviously. Why can't we be friends? Duh.
I'd love to be your friend, whatever your name is.
You did that, man. Okay. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that seems fine with me. And he just he keeps eating a little bit. What brings you here?
Well, I was actually going to ask you first, and because we're guests, I feel like it's more polite if you answer first.
I'm just having a meal, really. I'm on layaway after all. The caravan's off. I'm here. I'm waiting to come back.
Cool, caravan. What's in your caravan?
My caravan has not too much, really. Most of the stuff I own is on me. I tend to travel a lot, as caravanners tend to do.
Cool. So who are you with?
I really like your hair and cool, fancy clothes. Where did you get them?
I got them at this boutique called Why Can't We Be Friends?
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
It's really nice. I'll take you there one time. Hey, tell me about your life. Tell me everything.
You see some hesitance in his like eyes as he kind of shifts in his place, and he's like, "Oh,
are we watching this?"
Yeah, you can see this kind of happen. I imagine you guys
walk up?
Yeah, you may do so. He's like, "Oh, I don't know, but
it's okay. She's a very friendly person. Just make sure to, answer her questions, because last time I didn't answer her questions, she tried to well, let's just say I am in debt to her, and have a good night." And I walk away, but can I cast Thaumaturgy at the same time?
Yep.
And now I want some ominous whisper. I want 3 effects to happen. I want an ominous whisper behind his head as she kind of smiles innocently at him. I want harmless tremors to kind of start going on the ground. And then every now and then, the candles in the room kind of dim as they're just having this conversation.
As you see, as you kind of do this and you kind of walk slowly away, you hear him gasp a little bit as he hears the whispers behind him. He feels the tremors on the ground and jumps in place and he lunges down to the ground and clutches at his bag. And it's like, no, they're coming for me. Oh no, please.
No, it's okay. We're all friends here. Why can't we be friends? What's in your bag?
I've not. He clutches the bag really tightly as he kind of moves into the far corner of the room, and the tremors kind of seem to kind of shut it down, but the whispers still echo ever so lightly behind him. He's like,
whispers always do.
They're not supposed to get me yet. I've got years left. I swear. Please don't hurt me. Oh. He's looking around the room and kind of imagining that there's ghosts or something like that around him. He's
if you tell me what's in the bag, I probably won't hurt you.
Are you with them?
I'm with myself, obviously.
But I thought you'd be an angel. Oh,
I am. What's in the bag?
I'm a red angel.
He
spread my wings.
He pulls from the bag a bottle, It's a beautiful looking bottle, which glows ever so lightly with a reddish kind of hue. I'll show you all what it looks like. It is in the Emporium card.
Emporium.
Relatively simple looking, but the bottle itself, yeah, it does glow ever so lightly, and coins spew from the bag, like a couple dozen gold pieces as he kind of clutches them close to his chest. It's like, it's just this. They told me to keep it. They told me that I was never to give it to anyone. I don't.
Told you.
No one. He badly lies at this point.
It can
But we're friends.
Yeah.
Oh no, but they said I could never tell anyone, or that I wasn't even able to tell anyone. I don't want to get in trouble. I know you're my friend, but I don't want to get you into trouble either.
Hey, can I have a look at it?
Do me a final persuasion check as you kind of with advantage, obviously.
That was another nat 20.
Whoa! He's like
29.
he again, the hot eyes oh, I guess if you're an angel, and he hands you the this bottle, and it feels bad, Holmes, and your staff, that you probably got strung on your back, jitters ever so slightly, and you feel like this is the item that you need, at least from this individual.
I hand it to Jim Dell, and then just say, thanks. I'm going to take good care of this, and hopefully no one will ever come after you. It was really great meeting you. You're one of the best friends I've ever had. I'm going to start quickly backing away from this individual.
I'm going to start approaching as you start backing away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll stay there and I'll kneel down and just put my hand on his shoulder and give him a bit of a knowing nod.
With one of your swords in hand,
Yeah. Still in my hand, I just gently place it over his shoulder, just so that the hilt can slightly tap on it, and I can tell him, "You've done the right thing today, and whoever told you not to give it away, they are wrong. But you must now disappear lest they find you."
He looks like he's in a state of quite earnest shock. He's not really sure what just happened or what to do, but it definitely just happened. He's like, oh. And you're approaching as well, Yistrid?
Yeah. I'll just sort of stand behind the rest of them, or maybe just take a seat at one table away. Mm-hmm. I want to kind of get within 10 feet.
Yep. He looks down and seems to weep slightly. He's clutches the bag, the things that he has. He's oh, and goes over and grabs a drink and drinks and drinks his the rest of his beer and kind of just sits in the corner of the room looking kind of concerned.
The goddess be with you. I can't hug you lest my blade accidentally cuts into you. So I will resist this. And
yes,
okay.
Is at that point two short climbs up the table, goes and taps his hourglass. Time to go. We've got a griffin to fly.
Yes, those griffins. Yes, they won't. We're going to wing it. Okay, let's go. Mm-hmm. I will also back away.
Awesome. So, and with that, you leave the tavern. Basically, you've got the bottle in hand, and you kind of can all have a quick examine of it if you'd like.
Too short. If it's an opportunity to either investigate it or do an arcane check on it, just to get a sense of what it might be.
Yep,
I'd love to
absolutely do so. Yep. Arcane check is perfectly fine.
What dice shall I try today? Let's try this one because it hasn't gone horribly wrong yet.
Oh, maybe it will.
I mean, I have to keep rolling this. This has been great.
Yeah, natural 20s all around.
I was gifted a D4 by the very lovely Screams at Moon.
Yes.
So that takes it to and this is for people at home doing the math, that takes that to a total of 14 with my +5.
Oh,
hey.
I'm getting better.
You kind of crack open the bottle of it and give it a sniff. Do you get a drink?
No,
Jesus.
that's a stupid idea. I've got intelligence in this character. How dare you?
You got a sniff. It
Sniff
smells
it, yes.
it smells like a harsh kind of brimstone-y smell. It almost has like this irony taste to it. Like you'd liken it to kind of like blood, but it's not quite the same. It's got that kind of like harsher, almost acrid kind of smell to it.
As an alchemist at the same time, because I took a load of skills for no apparent reason.
Perfect.
Is this demonic blood by any chance?
Right, you are. It is. You suspect it is indeed demonic blood. Nice and fresh too. Like it seems to be in a constant state of freshness inside this bottle.
Is this like a urine sample for demons? Right, let's not answer that question. Right, keep it away from the paladin.
Do demons piss blood? Who's to say?
Or we'll find out in the next encounter. Right. Who are we following next? Who's got the thing that glows next? Screams at Moon. You had a rapier, didn't you?
I had a big, yes. I had a sword.
Point that at someone.
I had a sword of some kind. Well, I will point this if I can, and then try to. Yes.
Yeah, maybe do so. Give it a wonder. Insight or survival chest, basically.
Or survival.
Survival.
Insight would be better.
To be friends.
Insight is 21.
That's 21. All right. You kind of like, you I think you failed the first time you did this one. Yes. You're like,
I absolutely failed that.
Absolutely. You're like, you kind of like half, like you're like, this ain't gonna. And then you feel this like kind of pull. You're like,
oh,
you pull it back. And you're like,
that can't be right.
Yes. You've been a cleric before. Well, you are a cleric, but you're like, okay.
I am a cleric. Yes.
You know the direction to go.
I think it's this way.
Yeah, it's giving you that good strong kind of. That's
it's giving me the pull again. You know making sure the god or whatever is over this way.
And it leads you kind of to like a kind of lower rung of the city. You can kind of see in this little area that there's more houses that are kind of only really designed as like kind of basic storage silos. They're like large set houses that have boxes and boxes that are kind of like outside with men and kind of stuff, putting them in, pulling them out, and that kind of stuff. And eventually you come upon a lovely little grog shop at the like very edge of town. It looks like if you bring up the where's my card? There it is, grog shop. Bring up the barman card. Shockingly enough, I know. Why? Yeah, the barman card. You can have a look at what it looks like. It's like a nice little cigarette out of the way. And as you kind of like get lower to the sea, you feel that there's like this mist. Like this mist starts to kind of roll in.
Misty.
Kind of. Yeah, it starts to like kind of be a bit rainy and misty. Like the clouds are kind of overcast a little bit as it seems to get a little bit darker today. For you, Yistrid, with your kind of more divine sense, there seems to be something smoldering in this town. Something dark, something foreboding, something that kind of puts you a little bit on edge to hurry.
I am afraid we do not have time, but I feel something closing in.
And as you arrive at this bar, there's a bartender sitting, kind of like standing in the kind of like shop front, kind of giving you all a quick look as you approach.
Excuse me, good sir. I have a reason to believe that I'm supposed to be talking to you.
You have a reason to be talking to me?
Yes.
Is it for grog? That's what I've got.
Well, yes, it could potentially be for grog, but what else is... how are you?
How am I?
Yes, how are you? Do you have a family?
Well, I'm a bit flummoxed by you asking whether I have a family or not, considering that I mostly sell grog, and if you're not here to get grog, I'm not really here to exactly chit-chat, am I?
Well, but, what if I put I put whatever it costs to get a gold down? He's like, tell me about yourself, just over a brew.
Oh, in that case, I don't know you were a big spender.
Yes, keep the change.
I'm going to tell you all about me childhood. Now, I was once an orc in the far-rung reaches of the plains over yonder. Now,
Yes.
obviously, if you ever had a taxation system like the one we have in the Thundering Isles,
Yes.
they're not exactly the most nonchalant when it comes to managing their particular resources. So, of course, after my parents were put into
Yes.
slavery, and myself included, I had to obviously escape. Well, I found my way into this lovely little neck of the woods in which I then acquired this lovely business you see around me by beating the ever-loving snot out of any individual who'd be selling grog on the streets like myself.
Hold on, just 1 second. You say
Yes.
you beat the snot out of anyone. Are you trying to get a bit of a grog monopoly? Is this true?
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, there's not exactly the best monopoly of a grog shop around these parts.
but
The tavern's
just-
pretty good. You can't exactly take out a tavern. I'm not sure if you've ever tried.
But you
taking
have
out a tavern.
indeed systematically driven everybody else out of town just to be the only grog provider, yes?
Apart from the tavern, correct you are.
Excellent. Well, that brings me to my next question. If you don't want me going around and telling everyone you have a bit of a monopoly going around with your illegal grog trade and extortion business, I suggest you start talking. What is my sword asking about you?
What is your sword asking about me? Well,
Yes,
love,
and
would have-
I just point this blade straight at him. He's like, sounds like you're beating people up and your comeuppance are now.
Mate, if you reckon I'm going to be scared by some geezer throwing a sword in my direction, you got another thing coming. Now, I happen to know my civil rights, and if you attack me with that bloody sword, well, you'll be just
Nobody
as much
said
of a
anything
criminal.
about attacking.
Yeah, but you're threatening it with me, so I
Yes.
reckon I could call the guards over here right quick smart, and then I'll have to lock you up, you nasty geezer.
Can I
Now-
cast silence right on us?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
All right. And I just go. I just quiet, bit of quiet.
He picks up a like a bell from below the bar. And it's like,
Yeah.
and like you can see kind of like further away, there's like a kind of like side street, and it like kind of like leads out to the nicer section of the city. It's like, and he throws it.
Yeah.
It careens outside of the silence, and it rings like this kind of calamity, like from the streets, like behind. You can't actually hear it because you're inside
We're in silence.
Yep. But he does throw it, and he's like,
So that's when Too Short literally just runs up, picks up the bell, sticks it in a bag.
roll me a quick perception test.
That's a natural 20. There's something very wrong in the universe. I'm not sure what's going on.
You did it. Good job. You see like two guards like on the main kind of strip of the street kind of like look over to where the bell obviously had just landed.
Yep.
And they're like, they look at you as you're kind of like sitting in the street, picking up the bell.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
A jazz hand, spirit fingers, and then wave over Ariella.
Yep. Ariel, you're inside the silence of the current juncture. And this kind of like orc is still like kind of like doing like a.
Yeah.
Roll me a quick perception test, Ariel, as you kind of like seeing, like just to make sure you're like tracking where the goblin is. Because do you keep track of the goblin as much? I don't know.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's not great. Oh wait, it's okay. What am I talking about?
You're a
it's a
bard. You're good at
14.
everything.
It's a 14.
And you obviously do see like the goblin like kind of waving. You kind of like looking at the situation with the orc and obviously screams at Moon, and you're like kind of focusing on that a little bit. But you look over towards where Two Shot is like, and he's like arcing you over.
I'm going to, as sneakily as possible, make my way over to him.
The half orc, like the orcish individual, is kind of looking at you like this. Is like, still doing these ones. I imagine Yistrid and Jib. Sorry, Jib. Jib. Yeah,
Let's
Jib.
call him
Jib are kind of like they're squaring off with this guy. It's like, but yeah, you arrive over, and at that point when you arrive, the guards arrive at the same time, and you can kind of like the orc kind of like sees the guards, sees you kind of start talking to them. And how would you like to proceed from here?
I kind of like look at the guards. I look back at him and I'm like, I just put my sword back in, but I keep the silence up. And then I put my arm around him. Like we're like, like we told a good joke or something.
He looks very uncomfortable and like,
oh, good. I want him to be.
Places a hand on you to gently move you a little bit away.
Just hold his hand.
Yep. What would Aurelia like to do? Like the guard's kind of like, what's going on? Hello, what's going on here exactly? Is there something the matter? I heard some bells ringing.
I just lost a bet. You see, I was betting how far we could throw the bell. In my culture, it's a bell throwing competition.
It's true. It's a sight to be marveled at. You should be really impressed by it.
All right.
Turns out I cannot throw a bell as far as I can throw a javelin.
Could you do me a persuasion check, too short, with advantage because the lovely bard is with you?
Also, if it's been less than 10 minutes, you still have that bardic inspiration.
It's only been about like less than 10 minutes, so I'll say you have the bardic inspiration because you've not gone too far away from the tavern. You're
deception, you say? 23.
Oh, sorry, a persuasion check. A
Persuasion check.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Straight in, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. 26 then.
26. There you go. They're like, all right, well, you two have a lovely afternoon then. Apologies to disturb you then.
Yeah, I'm actually quite offended. You should very much make sure that you apologize to Too Short because you have actually now offended him and his culture.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
No, like you should be way more sincere than that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. They don't understand. These tall people, they just don't have compassion.
Well, actually, technically, it's not that we don't understand; it's that we probably just don't really care. It's a very different scenario. But I hope you have a lovely day nonetheless.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and do watch out, or it's going to be raining soon. And they head off. Flashback to the bar.
As they're doing that, I like elbow him quite hard in the rib, and I like point over at the guards leaving, being like, "It's still in the silence, I assume."
Yep, it's still in the silence. Yeah, he's just like,
and I kind of just push him away a little bit, get back to our original stance, and then I just go.
I will arm myself with the javelin.
I drop the silence and I'm like, so what will it be?
What do you want to know?
Well, I was drawn here for a good reason, and I think you know why. And I think you're not telling us something, so the guards go bye-bye, your bell goes bye-bye, and tell us what you want.
He flashes a look to each of the items that you seem to have and seemingly recognizes them.
Yes.
All right. What kind of amnesty can I look at then?
Amnesty?
Mm-hmm.
But the last person just started writhing on the floor when we approached him, so prove us you're not a demon.
Oh, let me guess. Grayson?
I don't care what his name is.
All right. Well, he's a bit of a puff cake, so,
Actually,
I'm not exactly...
he's a friend of ours.
Yes. Why'd you insult our dear friend, whatever his name was?
Look, at this point, I'm going to insult whoever I like. Now, here's the deal. I'm understanding of what your entire situation is. You're a bunch of adventurers, and I'm probably going to lose my life if I'm not really careful what I decide to say. So, here's my offer. I'll give you what I got. In return, I get to live, and on I go. Sound all right to you?
What you mean? So, I wanted another thing from you.
Oh, yeah, what do you want?
Stopping a monopoly on the grog. Your grog is shit.
My grog is perfectly fine for those who can afford to. Yes, it is very shit, but that's the point. You see, it's not the fine quality tavern stuff.
So you have Cub beer is the only source in town.
Yeah, Cub beer 4X. You know how it is. Tui's new. Well, not Tui's new. That's a bit too good, actually. Now that I think about it, it's probably the VB Victoria Bitters. That's where we're at. Yeah.
My people will talk to your people very soon about this.
Well, look. I'm understanding that if my business gets ransacked in this interim between whatever the hell is going on around here, and now, which obviously adventurers, I'm going to put two and two together here, I'm happy to leave. I'll give you the item. and then we'll call it Even Steven. How about that? Is that your name, Steven? Well, you look like Steven, don't
Yes, my name is definitely Steven. Yes,
you? All right.
absolutely. Stevens. Even Steven.
We're actually
Even
all
Stevens?
called Steven.
Yes.
All right.
You call them Steven, you call them Steven, you call them Steven.
I could have assumed that his name was Stevie, and it points to Too Short, and like, like Stevie to me. Sorry.
Yes. And then we have Big Jim over there.
Yeah, tall, dark, and ominous. Yeah, the
Yes.
double swords in the hands.
Yes.
It's,
Double sword. His name is Big Jim.
Jimmy, Two Swords.
Just going to go up to him at this point and just walk slowly up to him. Just do not take my eyes off of him. And I walk straight up to him. Even if I'm a bit shorter, I'll look up. And just my weapons by my side, I'll whisper to him, "But who gave it to you?"
Yeah, well, his name is Jim because he invented the magic missile.
Who gave you that item that we so desire?
Look, I'll tell you a little bit of the story, the last little bit of the story that you might need to know. I did a deal to get me freedom. Part of that deal was finding a relative freedom here. I'm not sure if you've ever dealt with demons before, but demons don't have the same proclivities that devils tend to do. They're more cut, burn, and murder, that kind of thing.
Yes.
I did what I had to do to survive. That's what I tend to do. I don't have too much shame in it, but a deal was done. I got the item. They said, keep it on you, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And I said, as you wish.
Well, it's about to go somewhere. Hand it over. And I'll hold out my hand, which is completely full of the handles of weapons, but just with enough space to accept whatever he's about to give.
Mm-hmm. On the barman card, you can see that there's an iron box just behind him. It's like a little kind of like orange glow. He pops it open and pulls out a box, and kind of like it's the clock card, the actual item itself, and pulls out the this little iron box. He's like, places it down on the ground. It's like, this is a box that's never been opened. It's not supposed to be opened. It'll be opened by no one, no how, no where. If you open it, well, the bloody use of the thing is gone, isn't it? This is what they gave me. They said never open it, never touch it, but keep it on you.
And have you had this box investigated at all?
Why would I possibly do that?
Can I detect magic as a ritual?
Absolutely, you may do so. You start to like casting it up.
Yeah.
Who else would like to speak? And while he's like kind of like, apart from that, I don't want anything else to do with it. Obviously, if I'm not sure if you've ever seen a demonic incursion before, it's not a pretty sight.
Okay. So, quick couple of questions just for the journal.
Uh-huh.
What was your name again? Because I've got surly half orc concealing a box for a demon, or Stephen. I'm not sure what it was.
My name is Stephen.
Yes, he's Stephen. You're Stephen.
Yes.
Stephen and
Stevie and Jim. Big Jim.
All right, I'm going to tell you my name, but because your adventure is not like the common licentious folk, you might laugh. And I want you to know that I don't want you to laugh because I'm very sensitive about it. So we are in agreement that we're not going to laugh about my name. Can we just have that?
I grab my holy symbol, raise my free hand.
All right, look. I'll get mad when people make fun of my name. I don't like it, but it's the name your mother gave me, and that's all I've got.
Choose a new. Okay.
No. My name's Grog.
So you sell grog, and your name is Grog.
You seem like kind of like.
But you sell bad grog.
Yes, I sell bad grog. Yeah.
So you sell bad grog. Your name is Grog. You'd think if you had a name named like Grog, you would want to make actually at least a decent brew. But here we are, I guess.
You see his like eye twitch as you kind of like. Don't make fun of his name. But he's like.
Not making fun of his name, just his profession and everything around.
Yeah, it's fine. He's taking a bit of it. He's like, yeah. I guess I could up the grog game. You're right.
Yes. Then you would at least have an excuse to have a monopoly other than the crap you're chalking now.
Well, the crap I'm chalking now happens to make me a great deal of money, and it's very cheap to make. Have you ever made mud beer? It's very easy. Very good for the soul, actually.
Grog, I have a question for you.
And I have an answer to your adventurership.
It's a really serious question. So, like, when wizards cast detect thoughts on you, do they wonder why it didn't work? Because you, like, have no brain.
Savage. Fuck.
Did you also make a wisdom saving
Hey, she
throw
didn't
for
make
me?
fun of your name. I think she's in the clear.
You may natural one.
He's got no
Okay.
brain. He can't do that.
Beautiful. He's going to take some psychic damage.
What?
Vicious
He's gonna
mockery, bro.
take some psychic damage for vicious mockery.
Mm-hmm.
So I took 4 points of psychic damage from that.
Yeah. Sure, it hurts. It hurts, please. All right. How much damage does he
Really
take?
slight headache, you know.
Hmm?
It's weird because you've got nothing in there, but hey.
Let me quickly check. Just one quick sec. How much damage you do, by the way?
4 points.
Cool.
He's gonna fucking die.
He dies.
Yes!
I knew he was common stat block.
He was common to stab block. He's just like, he dies after his hard life.
Ooh.
He's like,
Literally
No,
just
he's just-
you dissed him to
He's
death.
sleeping.
he has a brain aneurysm and collapses on the ground,
He's sleeping. It's okay.
I may be a prick, but I'm not a murderer.
like
I didn't
twitching.
murder anyone. He's sleeping.
Yeah, how does the paladin feel about straight up
I
murder?
don't believe this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't believe he's dead.
I
I'm like,
cast Revivify.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Jesus, thank you.
Bugger it. I got 2 spell slots. I cast
Oh my
Revivify.
He likes ah!
And I
Oh.
look down at him. I'm like, I
Oh.
hope this is a turning point for your life.
And
I'm giving the
as,
second chance.
and as with the last cultist you guys managed to meet, unlike this one initially, he like crawls into a corner and starts weeping openly and is like,
We saw the Black Gate. Everyone sees it once in a while.
yeah, you know, like Constantine, where he like goes to hell and then like tries to change his life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
This is that guy's life now. He's the new He's Orc Constantine now. Good
I try-
vibes.
I turn around to Ariella and I'm like, I had 2 of those. I've got 1 left. It will not be
Oh.
used on you.
I probably won't need it, but Jim Dell might.
Yes. My God.
I will lay on hands the rest of his hit points, make him feel as good as we can.
He only needs 3 more, so you got a lot left.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to give him he gets a level for just going to hell.
Oh my
Like good
God.
work, Commoner. You went to hell. 1 level of
His class
Warlock?
is traumatized.
Warlock,
Okay.
I guess. Who knows?
To
We'll see.
make Grog feel slightly happier, I give him some of the money I stole from Grayson. I just give him some of the gold. It's like, there we go.
He is deeply confused. Congratulations, team. You managed to confuse, disorientate, and mortify another NPC. You're 2 for 2. Now,
Yeah, good.
with that, as you kind of like get the 2 items in hand, you're like, awesome. Grog like gets up and is going to bail. He's like, please don't hurt
we
me.
can't let that happen.
Please don't hurt me. Please, I'll
Don't
go.
you run? Don't no running.
You can see in his eyes that he is
I'll take that diamond right out
deeply
of your
terrified.
chest.
He's deeply terrified. He's like,
Hey, Grog, you will never speak of this again to anyone, or I will find you.
I'll take that diamond right out of your chest. I could use another
do
one.
me an intimidation roll, please. there
Do
we
I
go.
get advantage for killing him
Absolutely.
previously?
I'd give you triple advantage if I could, but
I've killed you once before.
I will do it again.
Intimidation,
Mm-hmm.
23.
What would you like him to do? Would you like him to run away? Would you like him to like stay where he is in paralyzed terror? How would you like him to react? Because you
I would like him to react as he would have without me saying it. Just casual.
well, his deep desire is to run away from the situation because
Go
he's
for it.
died once already. So he's like, but he's pretty scared of screams at the moon, but he's like more scared of you at this exact moment. So he just runs. He's like, you can see like the stream of tears as it begins to rain. Like,
Are we
and-
going after him, or is we just keeping him as is?
Well, I don't think he'll ever speak about it.
Okay. I put my crossbow away.
Yeah.
It says. Do you remember the bit we were trying to find out about the demon incursion and the demon he dealt with, and where else in the village we could find the rest of the bits?
Yes.
Rather than murder the people. You know, we did that in the last dungeon where we were trying to talk to people first. Can we try that again?
Well, I tried to talk to him. He tried to call the guards on us.
We tried to talk to him.
I literally talked to him first.
Yeah, and then everything went silent. No one could speak.
Well, that was my fault. I just wanted him to be scared.
Jibdel is just going to grab a couple of mugs. He's going to fill up 2 grogs of beer from these barrels. He's going to hand one over to Rogue Too Short and tell you, it's okay. We will get past this. Just drink, slush it around. It might be terrible, but just let it go.
Yeah. There's a change in persona comes over Rogue as he looks at the way you've got weapons stuck to your hand, looks you in the eyes and says, can we do something about this? This is really embarrassing, and you've nearly killed me twice with the bloody sword in your other hand. It's really sharp.
I'm sorry, and I swing away, attempt to swing away, almost decapitated with an warhammer. As you know,
with warhammer is hard. Yes,
I can't. It's my bane, and also a little bit of why I'm actually here. It's my curse, and I can't take them off.
Hold on.
Well, yes, I told you this a little while ago.
Oh, I forgot your name and your curse. It's okay.
Your complex backstory has really resonated with us, but can you just tell us again, just because?
Yes, of course.
I'd love to hear this in great detail.
Yes, I got cursed, and now I can't take off my weapons from my hands. That's why when I pick up this other warhammer, I have to keep to just use my. Yeah, it's like glue. It's just like that super glue that cemented thing that wizard one time told us to put a solvent on, didn't work. Can't take them off. That's my story.
Magical glue.
If are we taking are we able to have a long rest? I can just get remove curse for tomorrow.
What?
It's level 3 spell, is it not?
What? I'm
correct.
sorry.
It is. It's a level 3 spell. Yeah, you have access to it.
Yeah. If you let me wait till tomorrow, I can just remove it.
I love to imagine that like Screams at Moon is just like oh yeah, that's cool. That's, like the entire time we've known each other.
I can do this. Yes.
Jibdel is just going to look at Screams at Moon.
What's wrong?
And just slowly.
It doesn't even need. I don't even need any material components for it. I just need to touch it and just
breathe. Just breathing, turning away. And just very slowly walking away from him.
What's wrong? Do you not want to get rid of your weapons?
I'm going to give Screams at Moon just the look of, you've done it again.
I don't know what they've done. I just don't...
Walk with Jibdel.
Look, when you're raised by tabaxis, you pick up on other things other than people not being able to let go of axes. Like, did you know you haven't licked yourself in about 4 days?
We're just gonna. The two of us are just gonna keep walking. I'm gonna put an arm around Jibdel's shoulder. Yeah. It's okay. It's not why we keep him around for his wit and humor and kind words. He's different, and sometimes in a good way. Sometimes he doesn't quite read the situation like we can.
That's actually really inspiring.
He's going to accidentally just slice a little bit of the arm of Ustrid accidentally and just start sobbing in his shoulder and continue walking towards the direction of our next quarry.
Yep. It's
okay.
He never realized because you always had like just 2 weapons, and there was like, oh, that's a regular thing you do. That's fine. Oh, you just sleep regular. The 3. Wait, why are you doing that? Yeah, perfect. So it's at this point in kind of like as you're kind of doing, it starts to kind of rain, and as the rain kind of starts to kind of fall on the town around you, you hear something kind of further to the east of where you are. So you're probably on the furthest western part of the town at this point. You've got your 2 items, and At this point, the actual objects you've got on your hands don't feel as though they're looking for additional items. You feel like these two items are the things that you need to do whatever ritual is required to banish this this amulet or this threat. How to use it is a different story, unfortunately. But it's as you... Sorry?
Do we have what the other item looks like yet?
Yeah, I'll quickly give it to you just real quick. It is the clock card. You can have a quick look at it. Yeah, it's like a little metal box.
Because we got the... Oh, yeah, we have the box. Was that the second one or the first
Yeah,
one?
the second one.
That's the first one?
First.
Bottle was the first.
Oh, yeah, the box was the first. What was the second one?
The bottle was the first. The box was
the
the
bottle.
second.
Sorry, yes.
The red glowing demon bottle.
Yes, no, I thought the box was the first one. Okay, no, all good.
Yep. And it's as you kind of like have these two items in hand, you hear screams from the distance and the pop and explosion of fire as it erupts. You hear this like roaring flame further to the east of where you are, and you feel a kind of like shroud fall over the town of Trellin. And it's with that, as you kind of hear this, that you are spurned into action. You see flames begin to rise from the east as the town seems to be set ablaze by some
Look,
unknown
Grog.
force.
Grog has done this, I bet.
No, Grog went to the west some more.
Oh, no, I still think it's Grog.
Oh, yeah, it's probably Grog, yes.
Screams is just like it's Grog.
It's Grog for sure. And with that, I'll actually quickly do a 15-minute break so we can have a quick chance to just unwind, just relax a little bit. And we'll be back to finish up our lovely tale.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Wave us out. Yeah. All right. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Hello, friends. If you really like D&D and Dungeons and Dragons, please like and subscribe to Split the Party. They're great. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Ah, thanks, Chris. You're a good guy.
No problem, man.
Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. It's dragon time. Shit. I ruined it. Damn it. Why does this not fit?
All right, Matt, you gotta finish these boots for me then.
Okay, here I go. Here I'm gonna paint the boots. All right, Leia's actually painting Ben right now. I had put like 8 or so hours work into the map, and it could not be altered. That's a dick. That's straight up a dick. Good morning, RPG. Get it in ya.
Welcome to Fate's Grip, and thanks for joining this chaotic troop of people. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this what makes your frown so low? Tonight's turning of events.
Oh, that's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. That's a wheeze.
Hey, attention photo. You look really good right now. No one's ever really taken notice of it.
Now's not the time, I think.
I can just go and heal the king. You stay here. Fine.
We live a dangerous life. We could all die tomorrow.
You're right.
I don't know how much time I have with this man.
You're damn right. You two should seize the day.
tear up.
You killed someone.
Killed someone?
Yeah.
Freeze. And I'll cast Hold Person.
Deer-like mount charges and is charging towards you, but without this orc. And then drop. A face drop.
It'll be like this.
Yes.
Now, if he's paralyzed, how's he gonna?
He can't.
I'll just kill him.
And we'll end it there tonight, guys.
I'm so fucking excited.
Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing. It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
Hey, come on down. Just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I look down at my pussy wounds.
Oh, God. Stop that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul. Pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
Hello, friends. If you really like D&D and Dungeons and Dragons, please like and subscribe to Split the Party. They're great. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Ah, thanks, Chris. You're a good guy.
No problem, man.
Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. It's dragon time.
Shit! I ruined it. Damn it.
Ah!
Why does this not fit?
All right, Matt, you gotta finish these boots for me then.
Okay, here I go. Here I'm gonna paint the boots. All right, Leia's actually painting Ben right now. I had put like 8 or so hours work into the map, and it could not be altered. That's a dick. That's straight up a dick. Good morning, RPG. Get it in ya.
Should we try to get her out of here? Are you gonna stab me?
Yes.
This is the second time I played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session. I made his character completely chaotic evil.
I could probably help you out of there, but you're gonna have to give me that coin pouch.
And killed the entire party I was with, and yeah, I can't really play with those guys anymore. Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
Believe the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
Oh, that's
Do me a quick con save.
Oh no. No, it's the disease! Ah! I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it.
You're all gonna die.
Papa say you gotta get it.
Oh god.
Papa say you gotta get it.
Wow.
You are safe from the disease this day.
Whoa! That is so beautiful.
Yauchi Mouchi. Alright.
Good work.
You get on out of there. Do me a quick stealth roll as you're kind of like getting behind like the muddy tracks and stuff like that.
Splish
away
splash,
from these.
splish splash.
Squish squash.
Squish squash, apple sauce. Oh my god.
The natural 20, the natural 1. Oh, fantastic. So like
duality of man.
Hello, friends. If you really like D&D and Dungeons and Dragons, please like and subscribe to Split the Party. They're great. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Oh, thanks, Chris. You're a good guy.
No problem, man.
Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. It's dragon time. Shit. I ruined it. Damn it.
Ah!
Why does this not fit?
All right, Matt, you gotta finish these boots for me then.
Okay, here I go. Here, I'm gonna paint the boots. All right, Leia's actually painting Ben right now. I had put like 8 or so hours work into the map, and it could not be altered. That's a dick. That's straight up a dick. Good morning, RPG. Get it in ya.
Welcome to Fate's Grip, and thanks for joining this chaotic troop of people. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this what makes your frown so low? It's nice turning movements.
That's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. It's a wheeze.
Hey, attention photo. You look really good right now. Thank you. No one's ever really taken notice of it. Now's not the time, I think.
I can just go and heal the king. You stay here. Fine.
Fine. We live a dangerous life. We could all die tomorrow.
You're right.
I don't know how much time I have with this man.
You're damn right. You two should cease
Starts to tear up.
You killed someone?
Killed someone?
Yeah.
Freeze. And I'll cast Hold Person.
Deer-like mount charges and is charging towards you, but without this orc. And then drop. A face drop.
But it'll be like this.
Yes.
Now, if he's paralyzed, how's he gonna?
He can't.
Let's just kill him.
And we'll end it there tonight, guys.
I'm so fucking excited.
Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are newer to the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, this pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff, and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
Hey, come on down. Just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I look down at my pussy wounds.
Oh, God. Stop that. Welcome back. And we have arrived, of course, at the lovely Divine Interventions. Welcome all of our lovely viewers and all the lovely guests we have. Shall we crack back into it, team?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. There are explosions happening in the city. Fire is yeah, exactly, Chris. Fire is you can kind of see in the distance as smoke begins to blow up and the rain begins to pour down. You hear the screams up ahead before you as you kind of start to make your way towards, obviously, the danger, surely, as adventurers, or maybe not. Hard to say. We'll leave it up to you guys to decide how you want to go about it. But up ahead...
Sorry,
you go. No, that's okay. But up ahead, you can indeed see the kind of flames on like the street, like before you, as like flame starts to kind of come from the town, the buildings kind of around you, and individuals start screaming out as they get trapped under the debris as it begins to fall.
But this place is different.
Mm-hmm.
I hoist shield, pull a javi from my holster, and we charge forth into the fray.
Can I use my, as a bonus action, just can I use my harness divine power? I just want to restore a spell slot preemptively as well. I can do that once a day.
You can do that indeed.
And restore a level 2.
Also, just pat Jibdell on the head and give you my second bardic inspiration dice for the night, and it lasts 10 minutes, and I'll send you the effects via text.
Ow, 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 ow. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So you begin to head through the fray. There are these streets kind of all around you as you see this calamity begin to unfold. You take a few moments kind of through the city, and it seems like there's activity happening all around you. And at the very edge of town, like the very far end of the the eastern section of town, you can see this dark cloud begin to form over where you suspect is like the courtyard of the church you were just at. And you can kind of see the weapons, or feel the weapons kind of draw you in that particular direction. But there are obstacles, of course, through this entire town. Before you is a large wall of fire, as like a building has kind of collapsed in front of you, and there's fire and individuals screaming out for help that you can hear in a nearby home. What would you guys like to do as you're running through?
I would like to use my the emboldening bond once again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this time I'm going to choose the same people as I chose last time, except now I've got a smarmy smile as I look at Ariella.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
You look weird.
I've never felt better. Sure, all my friends agree.
So just a couple of quick recaps. We're in a burning village / town.
City,
there are demons everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You can hear definitely the movement of demons, like the.
Okay.
Yeah, I look to the sky. Do we see any overhead flying beasties?
You can see an imp or two, like kind of moving through the, like jumping from like building to building, as it kind of like torches kind of in hands as they do so. They seem to be the ones causing the flames.
Okay. So
bastards.
Just to point out a couple of things, they've got a great constabulary here because they turned up really quickly when we rang a bell, so we can leave the firefighting to people that are trained in it, or we can go to the church and deal with the big bad, whatever it is.
Yeah,
or
onwards to the church.
We can save the burning people. I mean, no choices.
Burning people is my, and I look over and see where the nearest burning man festival.
There's actually a home that seems to be set ablaze, and you can hear voices coming from inside. You can do a perception test if you'd like to hear closer what they're saying.
Yes,
please.
There's
a lot of like activity everywhere, so it is hard to pin down exactly where is what.
Perception. That is a 1 with an extra 1 on top of that.
Is that natural 1?
Natural 1.
Trick of the fire. It's not. They know people in there. It's fine. Like it's like a kind of like but it's actually burning.
No one
Don't
is
worry,
needing
Jibdell.
help.
You've also got a D4 extra on top of that.
Yep.
That's another one on top of that.
Sweet.
So that means I don't worry, everybody. It's fine.
You're like, no, like it's not that. It's the next. It's the next house. It's the next house, something like that.
Are you sure?
You can still hear like there's people somewhere, not here, but it's hard to kind of pin down exactly where they're coming from. But
are we saving the villagers, or is it just are we just ignoring that bit and going to the thing? I'm going to ask the.
I know this is not what I would do. Can you point out where these screams are? Because if it's bothering you, I can just. Well, I could do what we did to the bartender. If it's bothering you that much.
I could actually make them blind and deaf as well.
Yes, they will not see or hear a thing.
That the feeling will be there.
But the feeling will be very real.
Okay, looking to the paladin now for moral guidance. Where's our fallen Azamir going at this point in time?
Fallen paladin.
Distinct difference.
I sort of look around. Carnage. I am drawn to help not only the individuals, but seeing you all sort of argue, I need to just make the decision. We go to the church. We go back to where this all started and we finish it.
Very well.
We cannot save everyone, even if we save one person in this building. By the time we save them, person in that building is dead.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to put any stop to this town-wide, we have to cut it off at the source.
Mm-hmm.
Logically, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. Literally, the logic in that just doesn't work. But keep going.
We'll say that is the party's decision, and you run through the town. You run through streets of burning buildings. You run through cries for help from individuals who have obviously been attacked by larger demons, larger than imps potentially, in the crossfire and the kind of sense of destruction and chaos that is all around you. And as you kind of near closer and closer towards the church courtyard, you can see this black, ominous shade run across as the rain continues to fall down. The smell of flesh and ash and death hangs around you like a miasma, but you push through it. You push through it through the tears as the ash gets into your eyes as you try and make your way through, finding burning rubble and casting it aside until eventually you're beset and come out on the other side just before the courtyard of the church that you saw before. And I'm going to show you in the Roll20 in this particular moment. And you see the temple as well on the card of the Caven that has been destroyed in this very small amount of time as you run through the streets. You're going to have a quick look at the Caven card, and that's where you can see the kind of the chapel that you would have seen before and what it looks like now.
Oh, it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is not what I expected when I came back here. Do they not hallow their ground? Demons just... this is why you
Demons are really bad. I don't like them.
So
yes, but if you can hallow the ground, at least professionally, you are covered.
Yep, you suspect that there might be something to do with that, but I'll definitely a little bit. So you round the corner into the courtyard before the church, and you witness a creature standing before a black charred section of the ground. A red-skinned devil, eyes glowing and burning with balefire, rears its head towards you all with a snarl on its lips and speaks in Abyssal. Is there any of you who can speak Abyssal?
No, I got Infernal, not Abyssal.
Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well then, if no one can speak it, then it says the following words. Grazdulnagen. And kind of opens its arms before you. Grazdadoze. Gansdaragunda they are.
I can tell this thing's not undead though. It's definitely a demon, right?
Definitely a demon. Big demon energy. In fact, I will show you its big demon energy right now. You can see it in the exposed card.
Exposed. Oh yeah. Oh, big demon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a big demon.
Yo.
That is a large boy.
Big boy.
I
Especially
actually think it might be bigger than large. I'm not sure about you.
How big is this thing? It's very large.
Well, it's of medium size, but it.
He's as tall as us.
It's a bit taller. It's like 7 foot, but not like 8 or 9 foot. But yep. So in that cave-in card, for all those looking at home, you can also see the card if you use the spectator code with the Ardent Roleplay app. Ha! The wonders and majesticness of all this wonderful stuff. So I'll just continue my last little bit of description. So it kind of speaks in this like guttural, abyssal speech to you, and kind of beckons you forth as behind it, winged demons descend. Winged demons descend from the church behind this massive figure as it speaks. The doors of the ruined church behind it creak open as creatures with blood on their talons crawl out to greet you all.
How many are there?
There are 5 of them. I will you can see. So on these like little statues here, if you can see that.
Can I roll an insight check? How strong do they look?
Go for an insight check. Roll it up for me. Or you can also use religion to truly know how strong and powerful they might be.
Insight is much better. 21.
All right. These demons look relatively strong, but capable of you and your party handling them. You probably haven't handled something as difficult as the kind of main demon before. And the 2 smaller demons as they crawl out of the ruined church, obviously blood in their hands. What exact information do you really want to get out of this?
I just want to gauge their strength. Screams does not care for demons. I want to look to the rest of the party and I want to be like, are we giving them the time of day?
Let's quickly dispatch of them.
I cast Spirit Guardians.
Yep. They seem to be very excited by this situation, and you can see the main demon. I'll give you a quick reveal of an animation as he kind of like threatens all of you, and we can then start initiative from there.
Right.
Yo.
Do I get Spirit Guardians off before that, or
you do? You do get Spirit Guardians off before. So that'll be the catalyst event, and then we can go from initiative from there.
That's a 15-foot sphere centered on me.
Mm-hmm. Add turns there. Add.
Cool. Are we rolling initiative in Roll20?
You can roll initiative in Roll20 if you'd like.
Oh, I don't mind.
I'm not too phased either way you guys would like to do it.
Alright, I got bad. I got a 9.
They also got bad. They got less than a 9.
Yeah.
Much less than a 9. Poor demon boys. They don't deserve this.
I got an 8.
I got an 8 too. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, your dex is probably better than mine.
+3.
A 13 for Jubdel.
I've got a +3 too.
Okay, let's roll off.
Roll it off.
I got an 8.
Got a 9.
Your beauty and grace has just swept me away.
Got him. Ooh, what's this guy? He's got only a +2.
Sorry, good.
No, there you go. So.
No, I was hoping we'd talk our way through this encounter, but clearly it's not going to go that way.
Yeah, you'd need to speak abyssal creatures. They're a mood, you know. All right. So from that, you guys are positioned over here, down the bottom of the courtyard, and the demons on the other side with the kind of ritual circle in the just before them. Seems to be a great deal of blood in the area, and there's also the destruction, obviously wrought by the other demons cascading around the place. So, what was our initiative for Emily as well?
I got an 8 initially, but had to roll off against Chris, so it's an 8, but before Chris.
8 before Chris.
Who also got an 8.
All right.
Oh, I've got that sword. I've totally forgot that sword.
I'll make yours 9. And Everyone else, you are able to add your initiative to the initiative order as well, if you'd like, in the turn order there in the roll 20. And we can get this party started. I think all we need now is Chris, who's got an 8 as well, of course. I forgot. Yep, there we go. And then we've got, who is that? The Tiefling, which I believe is you, Screams at Moon.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I am. It is me.
I'll, as we kick off, I hug my shield, close my chest, and I call out to everyone, let's stay close, keep a tight formation. We don't want them getting in between the gaps. Let's...
If they come near me, they're in trouble.
Good. Yidris, sorry. Yistrid, you are the one who is going first. So, Screams at Moon, what do your guardians actually look like, by the way? Like
lots and lots of cats, like with little wings, so like tressums almost.
Yeah,
and they're all just kind of like swimming around me.
Yep, swarm with tressums. Gotcha.
Yeah, and they're all like golden radiant light, so it's going to be radiant damage.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Gistrid, how would you like to proceed? You're first in this order.
We're going to chuck a jabby. Chuck a cheeky jabby.
When in doubt, chuck a jabby.
Yeah. So that's out of effective range, but within maximum range, disadvantage. It's a 19 with disadvantage.
19 with disadvantage is a hit.
Big guy right in the middle.
Big guy right in the middle. You hit that big guy right in the middle.
Yeah. Beautiful. And a thwopping D6, the fancy one. This one, yes. Damn, that's disappointing. Still 6 damage with the jabby.
All right, sounds good. All right, 6 damage with the jabby. Takes me 10 more.
Can I? Who's in front of me here? Who's this one?
That's Screams.
That's Screams.
All right, I'm going to. Can I move? So I've moved 10 feet. Can I use the last remaining 20 to move with him as far as I can when he moves? I just want to stay next to him.
Yep. I'm going to get up in there.
Now, is it 30-foot aura or is it 30-foot radius, or what's the size of your thing, by the way?
15-foot radius from me.
Sounds good. All right, let's quickly save that, and that's what your radius looks like. Should be able to see that?
Yeah.
Lovely. Look at that. That's all the tressums be out.
Yeah.
All right, so you chuck your Javi, you're next to him. Is there
that's the
anything
cat
else?
zone.
The cat zone.
I think that's turn. That is. Yes. That's
Sounds
turn.
good. I believe it's now Jib's go.
Okay, I'm going to also, because I've practiced with these folk before in this particular formation, and I look around and I can't see that I have any ranged weapons whatsoever, and I just put just hit my head with my hand just in frustration, because I remember I left it in that last adventure in the dungeon, but at the same time I hit my hilt on my head and it causes a bit of pain. But then I race over towards them. I am on the other side of Screams at Moon, and actually, you know what? I'm going to get right in front of him and defend him. Looking back, I'll just say, "You owe me a remove curse after this." I
didn't ask to be defended, but sure, I already offered.
And I'm going to then just stay there and wait for just to hold my weapons up high in defense.
Sounds wonderful to me. All right. So then, now you guys all do know what your items do, by the way. You haven't, you did get a quick read on all those. Just
I didn't get to.
It might be useful to know just because they are powerful magic items.
Yeah. So does it come up in the thing? Because it wasn't coming up when I was trying to look at it.
It should come up. In the thing. So it comes up in a little text thing.
Oh, here it is.
So I grant +1 to allies within 5 feet of me, up to 3 allies. So that's why I'm trying to stay close to peeps. I can also absorb damage if you guys were to take damage.
Scimitars are shield, simple weapons, right?
Marshall.
Damn it.
Yes. So the main demon is on Rogue. My apologies. That's what he actually looks like. My bad. All right. Red demon, other demon, terrible. But I'll tell with this. So that's what he actually looks like. Wonderful. Do you have? So you have your holy artifacts here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're good for that. Because Jib, I believe, is that what you want to do with your turn?
That's it. I'm just trying to focus in and see what I can do. But for now, that's it. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. So, the demon on the rogue card, if you'll have a quick look at that, basically like screams this kind of battle, like what looks like a battle cry, kind of roaring up to the sky as this rain kind of falls down below it, and it turns invisible.
Oh. You bastard.
This is annoying.
And seems to move. After it, the winged demons beside it also turn invisible, like leaping off the pedestals that they were on where the statues were, and then turning like invisible in the midair as they kind of trail towards you. And then it is your go. Screams at Moon.
Okay, so I want to fly diagonally upward 15 feet, so the bottom of my aura is still touching the ground.
Mm-hmm. You may do that.
Yes. So, 1, 2, 3. So I'm 15 foot up, and up there. Is there like a little flying icon? Yes, I'll put that there. So, what else do I want to do? I want to look over, and so my Spirit Guardians is the concentration spell. I want to cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action over at the closest one I can. So that's 60 feet I can cast at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I can plop it diagonally right next to that red one kind of closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to pop a Spiritual Weapon there, and I want to make that attack roll.
Yep, go for it.
I bring out my I say, okay, and I kind of just open up, and it's like a little crystal ball, and I roll it over, and it like starts to crack with like divine light, and a little cat pops out of it with a giant axe, and it tries to chop at him. And
roll me that attack.
All right, so it's plus
with your wisdom. Oh, spiritual weapon, so good.
Plus 7 is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does
yes.
All right, and that is 1d8 plus 4. It's going to be 8 damage, radiant.
Cool. 8 radiant damage does hit this creature, and it takes a bit of damage. Let me quickly get this.
All right, and that's a bonus action. So as my regular action, I'm going to take my light crossbow out and shoot and try and give it a plug with that, 80 feet at normal range. 26 to hit.
26 does indeed hit. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. Oh, no.
Damn you, 26s.
So this is only regular piercing, so I expect it to probably, not. But it's only 5 damage that time.
For the same one or the other one?
Same one.
Same one? All right, sounds good. All right, it has taken some damagey dues. Not quite at the old half health yet, but you've done some damage to it. It is then Oelia's go.
So I'm going to move up my full 30 feet, if I can speak, to join the rest of my party. Mm-hmm. Can we see these things or not? They've disappeared.
There, 4 of them, 3 of them have disappeared. The other 2, the ones that crawled out of the church, Bloody Claws, have not disappeared, no.
Okay. I want to try and move right up if I can. Believe I can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up here. Am I within 60 feet of any of them?
You do not know if you are. Why do you ask?
I'm going to hold an action if I can to as soon as one of them presents itself within 60 feet of me, I'm going to hold an action to cast a spell if I can.
Yep, you may absolutely do that. Oh, held action done. Let me just check if you are actually within 60 feet of these other ones. You are actually within 60 feet of the one that Screams at Moon just attacked, though.
Okay, cool. Well, then instead of holding it, I'll just cast this spell. So in its head, it will hear do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. It needs to make a wisdom save, please.
All right, sounds good to me. Let me see. What is the save for your theme jig?
It's a wisdom save 14.
Does not succeed.
It does not succeed?
Does not succeed.
Okay, cool. So
despite having an advantage on magical effects.
So it takes 11 points of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to immediately use its reaction to move as far away from me as physically possible.
Mm-hmm. It screams and runs back into the church. And yeah, runs directly away from you like...
I'm just going to go... And that's my turn.
Awesome. All right, then it is two shot.
Right.
I think it's French for touchant.
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 Deux points at this point. So, seeing the party has left him standing in the middle of a burning square, he's going to run too into the magic globe of flying cats.
Kittens. Are they kittens or cats?
Kitty cats.
Yes. I've this weird thing of like a bit of one of those kind of roller derbies where the cats are just on motorbikes going around this globe.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah.
Just screaming obscenities.
Yeah, that's one.
So move up to that. There's no one to see at this stage.
Mm-hmm. There are the two. There's one of them now. From you, 70 feet away.
Right.
He's just here.
So, using my roguish ability, I will move forward to the upper edge of that, smiling and waving at jib,
Mm-hmm.
jib, jab, stab.
Mm-hmm.
Go past him, flip my cloak open a bit, hold it over my new book, and then read a line from my book. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. Make a saving throw, please.
Absolutely.
Last lightning bolt as the last one.
Ooh, yeah.
It does get a 17, so I think it makes its save.
It does. But I still get to roll an immensely large amount of dice because someone very kindly gave me a magic item.
I did give you a magic item. Let me just quickly check
You
something.
should blame yourself for that immediately.
Yeah, cool. Another one does not make its save. What is it? 14? Sorry,
15 DC saving
15. So one of them does. One does fail, despite it being invisible.
Shocking. How many D6s is that for lightning? A lightning bolt third level.
I believe it's a
8d6. 8d6. No, it's 68. It's 68. Fireball is 8d6.
68.
68. That's the one.
Come on, can I just go around the different DMs on the table and ask them for their opinion, just to see if I can get better dice from that?
No. I think my opinion is valid.
You want to go for a, you want to go for a disintegrate? That'll be like 10d6 or something like that.
Easy, yeah.
There we go. That's very fair.
8d6. 8d6 actually is
8d6.
8d6 is the spell lightning bolt.
Okay. Well, I like Matt's one, but to be fair, you're on the game and will kill me in a second, so I'm just going to stop.
It's true. Rocks fall. Us building. You know how it is. Demonic incursions happens all the time.
Demonic incursions.
So, on the upside, because of my ability to do math at speed,
incredible math. I've never seen such math.
So for the first pour, those that fail to save take 22 points of lightning damage. Take half, which is 15.
All right, 15.
No, it's 11. It's 11. It's 11, Joseph.
Right.
He's cheating again. Stop him.
Are you under arrest? The police are on their way. All right.
I'm in Sydney. Come and take me away, officer.
It is now one of the goes of the individuals here. Can't quite reach you, so they do turn invisible as well and seem to move in a direction towards you after being charred to all heavenly hell. But then it is the paladin's go.
Okie dokie. I would like to pace forward. You're underneath me, are you? You're above us there.
Yeah, I'm flying, so you can go under.
Okay. I'm going to stand under Screams at Moon. Stay close to the others, and I guess just ready a jabby. First thing I see that kind of swoops into our little bubble or anything that reveals itself. First thing I see, I'm going to chuck a javelin at.
Sounds good. All right, that is Jib.
Right, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet over here, so go more sort of again in front of everyone towards this church, and my mace that I picked up hopefully is shedding this light around. I know around is also a bit of flame and such, but hopefully this is still shedding divine light, and just looking around to see if I can see anything, but otherwise again holding my action but moving forward. If anything gets appears within 5 feet of me, I'm going to slam it with this mace.
Sounds good. All right. So as you kind of move forward on its turn, this creature appears like kind of before you and lunges its blade up towards your chest. Gives advantage on its attack, but your held actions do trigger, so you get to attack it first. Go for it, team.
Not ideal.
When it enters the space, I need it to make a wisdom save. A DC 15.
DC 15. Oh, it's got advantage on it. It does indeed succeed on its save.
All right, so it's going to take half of this in radiant damage. Oh, that's all right. 17 will go down to 8 radiant damage.
Yep, takes 8 radiant damage as the kittens swarm across it, scratching it and biting it as much as they can.
Yeah.
Everyone else. So then we'll go Jib.
Sure.
Jibdell will just slam it with this hammer. That will be, that's a 16 plus 5. That's a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. Is this hammer? Hold on.
This hammer is magical.
I know it does an extra bit of damage. Does it also just have its normal mundane warhammer damage?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll roll for that damage first. So it's a 1d8 plus 2. Oh, that's a 2 plus 2, so that's 4 plus the extra 2d6 radiant as it slams, shedding this huge light around me. That's going to be a 4 plus 3, 7.
Yep, so it takes 7 damage total. So you see as the kind of mace like knocks into it, it kind of like radiates this kind of shattering like kind of radiance across the actual demon itself. Like it's almost like knocking it into almost the next dimension to some extent, or to banish it in some kind of manner. As if like the magical items you've got are more empowered to defeating your demonic foes. How good. You love to see it. I love that we have 2 demonic backgrounds, by the way.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
Straight out of Avernus.
Right. Straight out of Avernus. This is a rough time. I do love the adventure part. So good. All right. So then, Jarrod, it is I believe your character's turn.
14 hit.
14. Let me just quickly check it. Does not manage to hit, unfortunately. It's
unfortunate.
Sturdy, but it will do its attack against you, Jib. Does a 22 hit you?
Just barely. It's me.
Rough. All right. You take a total of 10 points of piercing damage as it bites you with its first attack.
I'm not food.
20 does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
All right, cool. Sorry, that's that one.
I did say we should stop the potion shop, but you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't.
You take 15 damage as its like sword like cleaves into you for the second attack. And the sword comes back down on the backsling. Oh, and it gets a natural 20 on you.
Oh, damn it.
And you take 7 plus 4. That's a total of 11 points of damage after that.
Jesus.
What was that?
I'm in plenty of pain. Ow. Help.
Yep. And
I've lost the bloody roll 20. Is he within 5 feet of me? No, he's not. Damn.
He's not. Let me get that. And I'll get that animation for you because I think it's super neat where he like attacks. Oh, look at that. Look at that rogue card. Oh, you love to see it, team. All right. And then after that, it will be the flying demons go. So the flying demons are going to actually attack directly. Oops. Attack the flying cleric.
Mm-hmm. Can I get both of them to make a wisdom save as they enter for the first time?
They can indeed. So the one of them gets 12. I think that's a fail. Another one gets like I think a 7. So that's also, I imagine, a fail. So don't fail.
19 radiant damage on a fail.
Oof.
Perish.
You'll come into my space.
Those cats mean business.
It's my house of cats.
This is my house of cats, you fool.
He's my house.
It's just a polymorphed crazy cat lady this whole time.
Cool.
He's raised by Tabaxi.
Raised by Tabaxi, of course. Does a 19 hit you?
A 19? Yeah, I don't have shield, so yes.
There you go. Could you do me a con save as well?
Con save? That's not great. That's a 3.
Cool. And the other one will also, so the con save will fail. So you take, watch out. 11 points of damage for the first attack, and then you take 3 and 7 for the poison. And then for the second attack, which is a 17 on the dice, so I'm going to imagine it hits you on a 20. Oh, sorry, a 21.
Yep.
6, and do me another con save, please.
Better. 16.
Cool, that does succeed. You are poisoned, however, for 1 minute from the first one that you did not manage to succeed on. The attack will give you 6. Yep, so you don't take poison if you don't. You fail the test. All right. Then it is your go, actually.
Oh yeah. Well, what have I got here? So as an action, I'm going to invoke my channel divinity, Balm of Peace, and I can move up to my speed without provoking opportunity attacks. And I'm going to go around to everybody that I can. Who has lost health? Hands? Only you? That's not as worth it then. This is like a multi-person thing. Just you? Just yourself?
Hey, look, you're the one
with 3 people.
You're the one flying in the air.
I'm gonna like give my hands a little rub on myself, and I'm gonna pull out my holy lip balm. I'm just gonna drag it across my face.
As the cats told you.
Yep, as the cats told me. And then I fly down and also use Balm of Peace on yourself, Jibdel, and we both get. That's not bad. 13 health back.
That's good.
Feeling a little bit less bleedy.
My blood. Why did you punch out all my blood? Wonderful.
And
is there anything else?
Yeah. Is there any creatures? So my spiritual weapon's up there somewhere. There's no creatures visible up there, right?
No creatures visible up there. At the moment.
I want to move my spiritual weapon back. Oh wait, I need to move this guy down to myself, and I'm on the ground now. But I'll move my spiritual weapon back. I think it's 20 feet that I can move it a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just do that, and that's my whole turn.
I'm going to give you a spiritual weapon here. So this is a little angel token I like to use. So where it should be?
So it was there, so just 20 feet towards this red
10,
demon.
15, 20. Yep, there you go. It's right there.
Cool. Thank you. And that'll be me.
Wonderful. All right. Then it is your turn, Aurelia.
So I'm going to look at this demon thing that's just attacked my good friend the fighter, and whose name no one can remember.
Your poor cursed name, Jib. Oh, Jib doesn't deserve this.
I'm going to hold out my hand and I'm going to go, hold me closer, tiny dancer. And whole person.
That's on the highway.
Whole person. Could you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Yep. So of him or me? So.
No, like the demon.
Oh, the demon guy.
I'm looking the demon.
Oh, yes.
Dancer.
Yes, of course. Yep, he does have advantage on this one, but it doesn't look good for old demony boy. A wisdom save, you say?
Yes.
A 13, I say?
It fails! It's paralyzed!
Oh, no. Do not kill my poor demon. I don't want it to die. Oh, this is not looking good for mine again. Oh, well, that's fine. It gets paralyzed. Got him, boys.
That lasts up to a minute.
Yep, it can do a save at the end of each of its turns, and it does have, obviously, magical resistance. But, cool, fun and cool and good. Then it is Too Short. Your turn again.
I pity the fool that mixed my jibber jabber as I rush past the paralyzed, up to the paralyzed creature, which gives me an auto crit. I seem to remember, kids.
Yes, it does.
Yes, dear, and I'm going to sneak attack it.
Of course, you're going to sneak attack it. Are you sure you don't want to cast lightning bolt and sneak it, get it with a lightning bolt?
So it's the same amount of dice by stabbing it, which is deeply unfortunate because I double the dice, so I get the same amount of dice.
But it does automatically fail to pass its reflex save, so it will take maximum damage or will always.
Hey, so if you want me to kill your monsters, DM, I'm super happy to do that.
Oh, I'm just trying to be helpful. You know, I'm here out helping people. You know, talking about. Oh, that's actually interesting. My mistake, actually. I do realize it actually has lightning resistance. So that's just a fact I forgot about demons. They have lightning resistance. Who knew? So actually, you decide whatever you want with all that information. I'm gonna leave with you.
Can I go around with the other DMs I just want to just get different.
Absolutely. Look, we've got
the way I run demons, they don't have lightning resistance, so
I think they're vulnerable.
I just look at the stat block
as well. They're usually very kind. But no, apparently Alice Cooper is knocking on the door at the moment.
Thundershock? ACDC?
No, that was the poison joke. But I just made a not storm joke, so I guess that's Guns N' Roses. So rush up and Too Short pulls out his overly large short sword, compensating for something, I'm guessing, and then stabs him. Stabs the demon.
Gives the old stab.
Stabby.
Roll me an attack.
So, yes, I hit. That's always nice. That was a 15 plus 6, so 21 to hit.
That definitely hits, yep.
Crit. I should take pictures of this. No one will ever believe me otherwise. I'm swearing I'm not cheating. 26 points of damage from the dice rolling plus... math, 26 plus 3, 29 points of roguey damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stab it where
you
shine.
You do indeed stab it right through its heart's blood. How would you like to truly end this demon's entire career?
Yeah. So I imagine with a leap, a spin, and a kind of a weird lopping movement that if you're trying to catch a hedge, you've hired cubs and scouts to do it. They're not very good at doing it. So it's rather than a greater one, it's really kind of just a hacky, stabby. It just repeatedly stabs it a number of times until it's dead. And then just lots of teeth and screaming.
From its body, you see an object fall to the ground. You recognize it as the amulet that you saw before. It rises into you can see it on the accursed treasure card. If you guys want to have a look, as it kind of floats up into the air with kind of ominous purple glow. The combat is still happening obviously around you, and the chaos of this demonic incursion is still quite prevalent in the area. But from there, I'll let you kind of figure out what you want to do as other creatures appear quite literally from behind the old
Can that thing take damage?
The amulet?
Yes.
You've not tried to damage it yet, but you suspect with the
Does it have a health value?
It would need to be destroyed, you would imagine, given your clerical knowledge, with the ritual or the unguents that you had that you had gotten. So
I'm just thinking. I'm just saying now. Feel free to say no, but it did just enter a spirit guardians for the first time and might need to make a wisdom save if it can take damage.
It's true. I'll tell you what, I'll give it a wisdom save. It technically fails its wisdom save, but the cats start to kind of play around with it, and I will give you an advantage on your religion check to figure out how to utilize the ritual to destroy this amulet, given your cat's wonderful knowledge and their kind of curiosity about the shiny object.
And what check was this?
A religion check. It'll help you kind of combine the objects, the two objects you've got together, to how to banish this thing. But
19.
Yep. So I'll let you know what you know on your turn. How about that? So
cool. That sounds good.
With the creature that you scared off, Emily, it's only for that round. Yes.
Yes. It uses its reaction to do it, so it can do whatever after that.
Cool, wonderful. So it will. This one's in there, one's back out here. It's gonna appear next to Too Short, but not be able to attack. It's used much more of its movement. However,
so those two did also just enter Spirit Guardians?
They did enter Spirit Guardians. That is correct. Yes. I'll get them to do that.
I ain't missing a word of this.
They both fail. Tell me the damage.
It's only 9 damage this time.
Only
if
9,
they fail.
Only 9 damage.
Right.
One of the ones that you the one that it was scared away looks like it's on a fraction of its health, nothing left basically.
Cool.
So one hit and it would be killed. So it will attack the lovely Too Short with advantage because it comes from nowhere, which it absolutely critically fails on both. You got 2 2s. Does it have multi-attack? It does not.
I imagine because I'm covered in so much blood of this demon to this point in time, they just can't tell me from the corpse of the demon.
You're just slipping and sliding.
Are you a demon? Are you a goblin? Who knows? Wonderful. So after that, it is then back to the top of the round, and it is now your turn, Eastrig.
Okay. Front and back. This guy's paralyzed still, yes? Is this guy paralyzed?
This guy was the one who was paralyzed, and he's now.
That guy was paralyzed, not these guys. Okay. Draw longsword. This guy, we are going to do a classic cross slash swing down to the right, swing down to the left. That's going to miss. Let's just chuck a D4 in. Yep, definitely going to miss. It's a total of 10. Mm-hmm. And second attack, that might hit. Chuck a D4 on there.
If only had Melodic Inspiration. If only.
If only.
Okay. What's my plus? Plus
Maybe
6.
I'm saving it for someone.
15 total on second swing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 15 on the second swing.
15 on the second swing is enough to hit.
Beautiful. A savage D8 God damn it. A total of 8, I think it is. Torm, damn it.
Torm be damned.
Damn this demon to hell and back again so I can kill it one more time. 8. 8 whole damage.
8 whole damage. Take some damage. It looks like it's pretty low. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to survive through the kitten guardians. But
Is that guy hovering?
Yeah, they are both hovering in kind of the air.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they're about to take a bunch of damage again.
Okay,
so which this one's the one you damaged, yeah? Which one's the one you damaged, you said? Yep, this one?
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yep, and it's turn.
Cool. Then it is your turn, Jibdel.
It's Jibdel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to who looks the least damaged at the moment? Who looks like they might just come at us with the most threat?
The least damaged one is this individual here.
Yeah.
But they've only taken the aura damage at this point.
Yeah, fantastic. All the way down. I am going to just absolutely wail at them like this. And I'm going to
give them the Lord's justice.
My first attack with my magical warhammer that I retrieved. That's going to swing down toward its head. And that's going to be a 15 plus 5. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
That's absolutely hit.
Okay, so the first, it's going to be 7 points of normal damage plus another 10 points of radiant damage. That's my first attack.
It kills it.
Oh, okay.
With that damage, you just slam it into pieces. It's kind of hovering ever so lightly off the air, and you jump up and give it the smackdown, and it crushes into the ground with a mighty sound.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can now move up to this creature. Is that also a creature I can attack? Yeah. Okay. My second attack is going to just, with my mundane longsword, just come down at him as well.
You have to jump ever so lightly towards him. Do a running jump. Because he's hovering in the air a little bit. But yep, you can hit him.
Just stab upward. That was a 16 plus 5.
You did hit.
And it's going to be a 1 plus 2, which is a 3 in total.
3 in total.
And then I'm going to use my action surge.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there. Because that is the amount of damage he has. You kill the second one. Old Jib just coming in with yes, double death. Yeah,
eat him.
They didn't get the turn now, which I think is very sad for me personally.
I'm still going to use my action surge.
Yep.
And I'm going to try something.
Are you going to boomerang with the hammer? Yep. Oh, you can't because it can't leave your grip.
No, it's going to be. Can I use the same weapon a second time? The magical warhammer to throw it. Warhammer.
Absolutely, you can use
to throw it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to throw the warhammer to the demon directly in front of me, and just. Do you want me to take a disadvantage because it's a heavy weapon? Anything?
No, it's a magical holy artifact.
Yeah.
It rule of cool. You get to throw it at this demon.
And as I throw it, it's a 16 to hit.
Yep. How much damage do you do?
That will do. Yep.
Please tell me.
I'm a fighter. It's a 7 points of damage.
And you kill the last one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I have a quick question. Do you have 2 attacks? You have 2 attacks, don't you, for your action surge, don't you?
He's double multi, yeah.
All right, here's what I will do. I will make you roll disadvantage on this other one.
Okay.
As you call the hammer back to you as it does a boomerang action. Roll me with disadvantage, and if you hit this last one, you can then do that damage.
You win.
Yeah, you just win. You're you killed 4 creatures in one turn. You win D&D. Let's play fighters, team. Play fighters.
It's not going to hit. It's a 12.
It's a 12. Let me just double check my monster stats. It's got a 13 armor class. If only had inspiration, which
just
didn't you want to use it?
I did, and I will.
Did you want to use
No,
it?
I will use it. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a 2.
Good enough, dear. Do me your damage. If you roll more than 8 damage, you.
It's 7. But do I still get?
You still get the lightning damage from the hammer?
Do I still get the damage from the hammer's magic?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be an extra 9.
Right. You kill the thing. To describe for those of you who may not have caught all of that, Jibdel has just killed 4 of the demons, my precious demons that I spent very large amounts of time making.
I'm sure they would have died next turn anyway to cats.
For sure they would have died to cats. But
yeah,
very impressive jump, attack with a hammer, smash into the ground, move to the next one, a thrusting jump, stab into the next one, throwing the hammer at another one of them, and it boomeranging around to hit just around too short into the next one, and then returning to his hand like Thor himself, the cracking of thunder. Incredible.
I pull out my pan flute and start to celebrate with it. But like, it strangely sounds like Nickelback.
Is it in fact Thunderstruck?
No, it sounds.
No,
like
it's look at this cat.
Look at this cat. Yeah, beautiful.
Human fighters.
Human fighters
do good things.
They do good things. All right. It is now your turn, Screams at Moon. You have a pretty decent idea of the combination of things that you need to do to actually make this ritual kind of happen.
Okay, what am I looking at?
So you got the bottle of blood. You got the never opened puzzle box, basically. So if you can, basically you have to just add one to the other by imbibing the blood into the never opened box.
Okay, I add the box to the blood.
Yeah, add box to blood.
So I'll put the box in the blood.
As you do so, it kind of glows this ominous orange color.
Ugh.
And you can feel it kind of charge up, and it.
Oh, it's great!
You like throw up, you're like definitely like that's.
It's like
oh, and you throw it. And you throw out the glowing amulet as it's kind of floating in the air. And as you do this, the box that has never opened, combined with this demonic blood, opens a giant maw and consumes the amulet itself.
Good thing I chucked it.
And then the entire area of the town is covered in sunlight.
Oh.
And it's like the like kind of storms above you, the fire that was raging around you just becomes almost too peacefully.
No, it's too quiet around here. It's you go from burning hellscape to peaceful. There's no middle ground.
Yep. There's still debris. The place is still destroyed, but it is almost instantaneously transformed into the city that you know relatively well. And that is the end of your little adventure. Hope you enjoyed Divine Intervention. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. And of course, thanks to all the people who watched and enjoyed and had a good time. But yeah, that's basically it. We'll do some round out chats, round out the game, and that'll be it. So, what do we think? What do we think of the Ardent Roleplay? What do we think of the game, the story? Yeah,
that's good.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I came in with very little. Sorry, there you go. Well, thank you, sir. I came in with very little expectation because I hadn't tested it or anything else before, and I knew what it could do. And I'm a huge fan of AR and stuff. I was on Pokemon Go way back, literally hour one when it came out. I was all over that stuff, and even the game before that, developed by Niantic, their game before that was the foundation for that.
Ingress. Yeah, I played Ingress with it. Yeah,
So that world kind of scoping AR all the way down to these little personal things and the way that you've created the interconnectivity of it all. I can't imagine how much fun this would be around a table. But even then, it really actually adds that little something. Some people don't like screens at tables, but with the way that D&D Beyond have gone, the way that you guys have really embraced this technology, and the fact that you can just do such cool things, and if people don't know about AR, they don't know. But yeah, like you create one beautiful set of cards with amazing art, and the limits are effectively endless once you go from there. So you guys have done amazing work. That's for sure. I'm super impressed.
Thanks. That's very lovely of you to say.
So pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
We always get multiple comments about
these cards. Are so pretty. Yeah.
I will let you know something. I will let you know something interesting about those cards I personally really love. Each individual card, so there's different suits. If you look at the borders of the suits,
I did notice.
You can kind of see that they're all slightly different, because that's kind of cool. The technology we had to do some R&D for, because each one of them must be entirely individual to itself. But because one of the suits, kind of get that sense of like, you have cards, that kind of stuff. You're in the city, you're in the wilderness. We had to make sure that they were different enough that the AR could track it, while also being like that kind of. So we've got plenty of like wonderful comments about it. Lauren, our artist, is just blessings rain down upon Lauren. She does a bunch of the UI and stuff like that for us, like the actual layouts and stuff like that.
They've done a fantastic job.
Design.
Huge.
Truly.
One of the hardest things to tackle at a table, either as a player or I guess as a DM as well. Who knows? I haven't DM'd before. You guys know.
All right, tune in next time for Emily's DMing.
Yeah.
Oh wow! You'll be
and then thanks for volunteering, man. I really look forward to it. I'm gonna make the worst character possible.
Fine.
Wait, that isn't what you did?
I'm kicking in the background here. But one of the hardest things can be pushing out secrets to players, because it can break the game so easily. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like whisper something to you, or I'm gonna send something to you, and then like everyone's like,
oh
so,
yeah,
like,
you told us
out over the app. So cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where we're like, oh man, that's really hard. Like, you always get that time where you're like, this is the thing, and then every member of the party looks at the person and is like, you tell us that, right? It's like, I tell you that,
Yeah, such a smart system. They're just very, very, very clever to make up and make these things unique. I'm just very, very impressed. Yeah.
It's always one of those things, create unique experiences, that like, and that's what we as GMs all love to do. It's why we play D&D. I think in the first place, we one of those unique things you can't quite get in the storybook or like a board game or something like that. Just the essence of being a young kid again, I guess, is that mood. And yeah, this kind of brings
it does add that little bit element of play back into the role-playing game, because for those of us who are veterans, who have played so many hours of it now, it's a really nice way to mix it up and adds a little bit of play.
It's also kind of got that Yu-Gi-Oh vibe that you used to see when you were a kid on the show, and you're like, I put out Dark Magician, except I put out a demon to kill you, and then you can actually send it back to the Shadow Realm in the form of like a card sitting on the table. It's good.
Truth.
Yeah,
that's truth.
Yeah, I think definitely a highlight for that game was just seeing you guys' reaction to the fire in this town. You're like, oh no,
that's cooked.
Okay, this town's cooked.
Town's bad now.
Yeah, town's bad.
Literally, because it was really hot.
Yeah, I did also find it was a huge. I really loved Michael's last turn there, just rounding us out. Like, oh, cool.
That was wild.
Fighters. This is what happens when DMs play. I think characters. They're just like, oh yeah, fighters right away are really good because they have two actions.
Yeah,
that's pretty
especially in a one shot. It's like just dump all your big stuff in the one combat.
Kind of, maybe. Yep, saved it.
Yeah, I was like,
straight up turtled as well.
Level spells.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I knew it was going to happen.
And not knowing what we were fighting as well, gotta say we built a pretty damn efficient group.
Yeah. I was like, Divine Intervention. You have like a paladin, a cleric, like fight a goblin. Okay. Like the power.
I like how you just showed off with Emily and my character. It's like, oh yeah, fight a cleric. Goblin. We won't mention the bard or the rogue. Yeah, let's just move on. Bardic inspiration.
It was
you guys killed it.
It was the rogue and the bard that really got it, because they like paralyzed murder. Yep. That's how whole person works. Team, beware. Cultists are very good because they have two things that just make you murder people. But Thank you so much for coming. I think that's some lovely, wonderful feedback. Do not forget as well, I'll get you guys to quickly do your shout outs to your own wonderful things like the Fate script, the DM chef, and of course, the lovely, oh no, I've gotten it because I'm splitting the party. That's the one. Oh my God, I'm so bad.
Fine.
And then that's
Split the party. I know. You don't forget Split the Party and Fate script and the GM chef. And of course, D20, which, the lovely Chris is all about.
I still just like seeing Chris everywhere and getting turned into sheep. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't turn you into a sheep, Chris.
It will never not be my favorite thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, do shout outs as much as you like, I guess, at this exact moment, and then we'll wave ourselves out, I guess.
All right, ready? 3, 2.
I was going to do two shout outs, and not for me, but there's 2 Kickstarter moments. So Sean, who's base is doing an amazing Kickstarter. I know a number of the people that are on this stream currently have that. So Matt, do you know the Kickstarter thing that Sean
yes. Oh, nice.
I remember it, Sean. I remember it's Brain Beast. But
You mean this thing here that I have behind me? The second one that he's making?
This thing that was on fucking Beauty and the Geek? Yeah.
Oh, Beauty and the Geek
that's
as featured.
That was amazing.
Freaking our fault. Bloody George took it with him.
Bloody Georgie.
Bloody George took it with him.
That was one. So if anybody's got any spare coin, or if they don't have coin, just push another tweet out for Sean. Just let people see this thing. It's absolutely amazing. I've backed it because I've got a bunch of players that don't know how to play D&D like me. So these things make their life so much easier.
Very
big
useful.
one is All for One. They do.
Oh yeah.
Pete's, they're doing their one too. They're trying to get up to their second, I think it is, milestone. So All for One. Hilarious bunch of people based here in Sydney with me. They can't move, but they do some absolutely brilliant stuff. So if you get a chance, those 2 Kickstarters, if you can't put money, just retweet them. That's just
watch all their amazing shit. They just do good work.
And that's me. Get back to sheep. Back to you, Jarrod. Oh,
it's me.
Jarrod, take it.
Jarrod, it's me. I'm the GM chef. I'm a GM and a chef. I do the Twitter, the Twitch thing. I do Twitter as well sometimes. They're not great, but I do Twitch. Thursdays is Descent into Avernus, and we just kicked off an alien roleplay game, which is so spooky and fantastic. So if you want some more kind of, some very serious roleplay on Tuesdays and some not so serious roleplay on Thursdays, Australian Eastern Standard Time, around 7 o'clock, 7:30, we do that. That's the plug.
Having played both those games, having run a bit of Descent to Avernus, premier D&D campaign, probably my personal favorite, just in so many ways.
I think it needs a lot of work to make it work, and a lot of setting up. But once you're in there,
very good. And also the Alien RPG is also a very spicy time. I've run that with the lovely Vault games as well. Local Brisbane store. Spooky, terrifying, and wonderful. But we'll actually throw over to the lovely Fate script people. Thank you so much for coming as well. Give us your shout outs and stuff.
You're more eloquent than me.
He is.
We are Fate Script. We stream every Tuesday night at 6:45 weekly. We're up to our 76th episode session, which is unbelievable. And we're up to some pretty crazy things in Eberron 5th edition. So if you want to, with my own little story throughout, so if you want suspense, drama, sadness, and just some good old fashioned stabbies, come and check us out and just enjoy the ride.
If you like
happy to see everybody there.
We're giving stuff away. We're giving
stuff away.
A druid glass from Meeples and Dragons, the tabletop class glass. So that is on our Twitter at the moment. You can enter there.
Awesome.
As well, if you do want any cards from the lovely Ardent Roleplay, check out Meeples and Dragons. They have a lot of really great stuff just everywhere. Good dice.
They are super cool peeps.
They are super cool peeps. Absolutely lovely people. But then we'll cast over to Matt as well.
Thank you for having me and everyone else. I've had a fantastic time. I hope everyone else has as well. Hey, you can find me at youtube.com/splittheparty. I DM for a little channel over there. You can find our Twitter straight down below on our name. What else do? We do like D&D. We do gaming. We do pop culture videos. We've got a whole Beauty and the Geek reaction thing because our friend George is bloody in the show. I think we only got like 2 of those left. You could also hire me to run your games. I'm a professional DM over at dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. Buddy, just play some bloody D&D. Just play some bloody D&D.
It's just the best game. It's just the best game.
D&D. If you want to do some team building exercises and call it work, get paid to play D&D at work. That's fun. People love doing it.
It actually happens.
That's what I do all the time. I just play D&D and it's called work. It's great.
And you can also find us. We are doing our weekly painting stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Good Morning RPG, that one's called. Myself and a pro painter, Leia, are gonna. I haven't even planned what I'm gonna paint tomorrow. I'm probably gonna look through my mini box and just pick something, and then I will half paint it as I always do on stream. I've never finished a model on there. It's more of a breakfast hangout with an activity to do. That one's at twitch.tv/splitthepartytv. That's
fantastic.
Sounds wonderful. All right. Well, I think that will be everything. Do not forget to check out us as well at Ardent Roleplay this coming Saturday as well. What's the time that usually happens? Oh no, my brain is in like full GMing spaced out mode.
Well, they'll just have to follow to find out.
You said to follow to find out, really. Yeah. So we'll be on this Saturday from 2 is when we usually do Eastern Standard Time. But check us out there. We do the Veil of Dust game, and I'm sure we'll see all of you at a different time in a different place. Who knows? Well,
hopefully.
So good.
Awesome.
All right. Let's wave ourselves out, team. Enjoy the rest of your evening, chaps, lads, lasses, whatever.
Follow the chat.
And enjoy yourselves. Follow the chat. Follow the chat.
Follow the chat.
Hello, friends. If you really like D&D and Dungeons and Dragons, please like and subscribe to Split the Party. They're great. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Thanks, Chris. You're a good guy.
No problem, man.
Dragons. It's dragon time. Shit. I ruined it. Damn it. Why does this not fit?
All right, Matt, you gotta finish these boots for me then.
Okay, here I go. Here I'm gonna paint the boots. All right, Leia's actually painting Ben right now. I had put like 8 or so hours work into the map, and it could not be altered. That's a dick. That's straight up a dick. Good morning, RPG. Get it in ya.
Troop of people.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this what makes your frown so low? It's a nice turning of events.
That's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. It's a wheeze.
Hey, attention photo. You look really good right now. Thank you. No one's ever really taken notice of it. Now's not the time, I think.
I can just go and heal the king. You stay here. Fine.
We live a dangerous life. We could all die tomorrow.
You're right.
I don't know how much time I have with this man.
You're damn right. You two should seize the day.
Tear up.
killed someone?
Yeah.
Freeze. And I'll cast Hold Person.
Deer-like mount charges and is charging towards you, but without this orc. And then drop. A face drop.
It'll be like this.
Yes.
Now, if he's paralyzed, how's he gonna?
He can't.
Let's just kill him.
And we'll end it there tonight, guys.
I'm so